Hi investors, welcome to SOIC. Hopefully I'm audible to all. Opening the comment section below. All right. Hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. How was the Josh? Very good evening. Great. Josh आए रहना चाहिए. I'm audible, right? Great. Valuation webinar सबने देख लिया? Has everyone seen the valuation webinar? अभी वाला webinar will be for 60 minutes time. I won't hold you for 3-4 hours. Great. I'll highly suggest कि सारा valuation webinar देख लो and try keep practicing whatever we have learned over there, and it will become good. Great. So first thing, I'll just straight away start with it. 1 minute और wait करते हैं, सबको join करने देते हैं, and then we'll start. So session, just turning the comment section off. Hopefully everyone is doing well, and hopefully everyone has a great week ahead and already had a great week till now. Great. Valuation webinar अलग से how to value a company is given in the SOIC membership, right? Trading view class is happening on this Sunday. Great. So today what we'll do is we'll just simply go to, basically first thing that we'll learn today is that we'll simply go to the SOIC Atlas dashboard that I've made for you. I was just making a few more adjustments. So afterwards, once the few adjustments are made, then you will be able to use it freely. वैसे तो freely है, you can use it. I think I've already sent the link. I'll just send the link once again on like your Telegram, so that all of you can use it. So basically, let's discuss the market conditions. Before I start, let me just bring the keyboard once. I'll be able to explain you better with like the keyboard and the pen. All right, great. So today we'll actually learn how to analyze the market breadth using the SOIC tool that we have built for all of you. So it's freely available. You don't have to like subscribe to it or anything. And actually, I'll just explain the interpretation to all of you so that you can use it in your investing journey and to plan your SIPs and how to interpret the market breadth, because this will help you a lot in your journey. And this is a tool which is like will help you to analyze कि market में क्या चल रहा है. जैसे कहते हैं ना कि suppose if there is a drone which is flying over a cricket stadium or a football stadium, so it can see what is happening across where is the action, where the action isn't. So it will tell you about that. So basically, let me just start with this tool, and let me just start with this volume indicator, because this will give you an idea that why have the markets been so slow, and why this is one of those phases in market when जब एकदम bull market खत्म होती है, यहाँ तो bull market चल रही होती है, so why this is a sideways phase. Just look at this. So this will tell you about the current year versus previous year volumes in crores. And this is an entire market indicator. So for the past year, this yellow is 1 year ago, right? So what is this indicating? That February 2022, this yellow line indicates कि February 2022 में कितनी volumes थी for the stocks, right? Indian markets में कितनी volumes थी? This is what the yellow line indicates. Whereas the blue line indicates कि कितनी volumes हैं आज. So I'll just open the comment section, and between this phase, this phase, that is starting from December 2022 to like January 2023 or February 2023, are the volumes higher or lower as compared to 1 year back as per the tool? Higher or lower? Just focus on higher or lower. The volumes are lower, right? Everyone should participate. Great. So volumes are lower, or the volumes are drying up. I'll share the link with all of you post this session. So the volumes are lower or the volumes are drying up. So this typically indicates that there is a lack of interest of buying stocks at the moment from institutions and from like FIIs, DIIs, both of them combined, and even retail money is slowly receding. क्योंकि last 6 to 9 months में पैसा नहीं बना, तो people are getting frustrated with the stock markets. That is the truth, right? Then similarly, just compare the gold returns with Nifty returns. So typically when gold starts outperforming Nifty, so again, this is a sign that the markets are currently weak as compared to gold returns, because gold is looked as an asset class which is safety, whereas Nifty or like equity is looked at as an like risky asset class. You'll see similar in this phase, in both these phases, you'll find out that that both the tools are indicating the same thing, that there is a lack of interest. And there is a lack of interest, or what this typically means, that we are going through a time-wise correction or time-wise consolidation period. We are going through a time-wise correction period. Here we are going through time-wise correction. This is what typically this indicates, that gold has started outperforming Nifty as well. Then coming to similar interpretation, right? And how to use this tool to buy as well. That is what we'll also learn. Is that now just coming towards this. So this is a very, very interesting idea. So एक ना technicals में there is a tool by the name of RSI, right? There is an indicator by the name of relative strength indicator. So basically it's a momentum oscillator. बहुत simple चीज है. Basically it will help you to measure whether a particular stock is overbought or oversold. जब overbought होता है, that is typically the point of time when the RSI crosses 75 or 80. That is typically the point of time where you have to be cautious in terms of placing your new purchases over there, because it can also go down in the short term. But overbought and oversold, if you apply it on the entire basket of securities that are available in the market, this will give you again क्या देगा आपको, एक market breadth का idea देगा कि whether today markets are overbought or oversold as in terms of number of stocks. So again, what you will find today is that, so this green line represents oversold, and this like your pink line represents overbought. So this is typically the point of time where market is getting heated up, right? And what ends up happening, because it's a pendulum, तो वो बीच में रहने नहीं वाला. The extreme pessimism या optimism में it will always keep flinging around. So similarly, like overbought and oversold, currently क्या conditions are? Currently, is it like since basically December 2022 till February 2023, currently क्या conditions है? ज़्यादा overbought है या ज़्यादा oversold है? Everyone in the comment section. Is it overbought or is it oversold? Everyone in the comment section. It's indicating oversold, right? So it's indicating oversold at the moment, right? So broadly, this is for the 500 stocks, right? This is broadly for the 500 stocks. No, I'll just actually explain what the usage of this is. So just give me some time, stay with me, right? So this is broadly for the 500 stocks that are there. Then similarly, if you just look at this, so just look at a simple metric, that is percentage of stocks above simple moving average 20 and simple moving average 50 and simple moving average 200, right? This is like total number of listed stocks में से कितना percentage above 20-day moving average है, कितना percentage above like 50-day moving average है, कितना percentage above is above the 200-day moving average. So again, a very, very simple tool, right? So again, a very, very simple tool, and you'll find that as the 200 days will be like 200 trading days. So this will be the most lagging indicator. But these two indicators will give you an idea that currently there is a lack of interest, because typically when this is above 55 to 60%, that is when your markets are in momentum or your stocks are making new higher highs and like higher lows. So currently we are in this phase of stocks above simple moving average 50 and simple moving average 20. So again, this indicates a lack of interest or slow correction. This indicates a lack of interest or slow correction. In सबका जो meaning है end में मैं conclude भी करूँगा कि what it typically means, right? So simply this means that कि अभी भी lack of interest है and there is a lack of like liquidity also in the markets, as we have seen. Similar data, that percentage of lows being found, like market में कितने lows are being formed out of 5,000 stocks every day. So you'll just find that on a daily basis, right? So almost 180 stocks. So this is basically indicator कि कितने आपके lows are being formed, like 52-week lows and 52-week highs. Again, a question to all of you. आज अगर आप 52-week low and 52-week high में देखो, so is the market forming more 52-week lows or is it forming more 52-week highs? Can everyone answer? More lows or more highs? More 52-week lows, right? Great. So currently, Mr. Market is like a drunken man after the very strong rally that we saw between 2022. Currently, we are going through a phase where your stocks are like basically gone into a hibernation mode. Right? अगर आप ये simply यहाँ पे भी देखोगे, stocks above 200-day exponential moving average, you'll again find that there is 34%. अगर आप यही सिंपल चीज आप 50-day exponential moving average पे लगा लो तो ये 21.72% के आसपास आ जाएगा. So this is first thing. Technically or liquidity wise, if we see that the markets are in a correction mode, they're in a lack of interest mode. There's a lack of liquidity in the market today, and that also reflects in percentage of 52-week highs, whether small cap, mid cap or large caps. तो large caps के ज्यादा होंगे as compared to mid cap and small cap. तो mid cap and small cap की इस time पे सबसे ज्यादा basically पिटाई हो रही है in terms of indexes. So this is with the broad technical market view at the moment. Then let's go to trend line and let's look at the overall Nifty valuations. कि आज lump sum हमें करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए. And also then we look at some bottoms up opportunities post the result season has been over. So simple thing that I'll open Nifty 50 on trend line. And हमने जो सीखा था last time, remember, beating Nifty using Nifty strategy. So currently Nifty PE is at 20.7 times. तो माने बहुत horribly expensive भी नहीं है. Neither it is horribly cheap today. So it is somewhere close to the average. Like it has finally gone somewhere close to the average. So Nifty 50 PE is somewhere close to the average, that is of 20.7 times. तो आज Nifty 50 में if someone is doing SIP तो भी ठीक है, 12-14% का रिटर्न दिमाग में आप probably expect कर सकते हो. Again, nothing is cast in stone, but 12-14% probably is a rate of return that can be there. But again, आज वैसा lucrative नहीं है Nifty where you can just put a lump sum and your like you can compound at 18-20% types. So उतना lucrative नहीं है अभी Nifty, right? So again, lack of interest है, and Nifty today is at an average level. Similarly, if you look at small cap and mid cap, अगर आप Nifty small cap और mid cap पे आएंगे, and then you'll find that Nifty small cap 100 पे अगर आप देखेंगे तो Nifty small cap 100 actually the PE has fallen to 16 times, but Nifty small cap 100 the correction from the peak has been from 10,890. It has fallen to almost 9,244. So almost 10 or 15% type correction इस time पे Nifty small cap 100 में हुआ है. Similarly, mid cap के अंदर भी 10 to 15% के आसपास there has been correction which has happened in basically on Nifty mid cap as well. So I think year changes -6% के आसपास. So broadly, the trend is currently what the trend is कि there is a broad correction in the market. Secondly, technical data point is confirming कि oversold markets हैं. There's a lack of liquidity. Percentage of stocks below their 50-day moving average or 20-day moving average is trending lower. So again, lack of liquidity, a lack of buying interest. Finally, looking at Nifty small cap 100 correction and Nifty 50 as well has been totally flat throughout the last 12 months. And 18 months में Nifty 50 को अगर आप देखोगे तो dollar terms में actually में Nifty 50 is down. So this is with the broad market as of now what has happened. But again, some of our portfolios will always get delinked from the broad market or there will be some connection with the broad market. But एक चीज आपको जो याद रखनी है, so this is something what Mr. Swenson said. So David Swenson एक बहुत सही मतलब endowment fund के मतलब वो endowment fund जो Yale University का endowment fund है, so he used to run that, and he always used to say that out of 100% of your returns that come from stocks, 50% are overall market conditions, 50% of them comes from overall market condition. 30% of your returns come from the earnings growth of the company, and 20% of the returns come from group stocks, whether that particular group is doing well or not, right? क्योंकि अभी कोई बहुत ज्यादा ग्रुप्स अच्छा कर नहीं रहे apart from I think a few IT names, तो ग्रुप्स में तो अभी इतना कुछ दिख नहीं रहा. Overall market is currently down, right? Overall market is currently in a time wise correction. So what is left with us is the 30% that we can bet on is the earnings of the companies, earnings along with reasonable valuations. तो हम सिर्फ earnings और reasonable valuation देख सकते हैं. This is what is in our hand in today's market scenario, because group stocks में no particular group stock is particularly outperforming. जैसे एक टाइम पे पहले बैंक्स बहुत आउटपरफॉर्म कर रहे थे, फिर अब बैंक्स थोड़ा सा रिसीड हो गए. देन आपके ऑटो स्टॉक्स अच्छा कर रहे थे, देन योर ऑटो स्टॉक्स हैव आल्सो गॉन थ्रू करेक्शन. Chemical stocks were doing well, then chemical stocks have gone through correction. So basically each and every sector that we were looking at has gone through a phase of correction. जैसे हम चार्टिंग नाम की अगर वेबसाइट पे देखते हैं, so चार्टिंग नाम की वेबसाइट पे देखते हैं अगेन. So over here you'll see that SOIC market temperature check में, I'll send this to you after the session is over. That over here is that if you look at, there is no so all of you should basically do this with me. तो क्लियरली पहले बैंक्स का आउट परफॉर्मेंस चल रहा था, राइट? तो currently, is there any particular sector which has taken the lead or doing well? Looking at the data in the comment section, is there any particular sector that has taken the lead in the comment section, everyone? There's no clear trend, right? There is no clear trend as of now. There is no clear trend as of now that one particular sector has taken the lead or is currently doing well, right? Right? So metal हो सकता है हल्का हल्का हो, but again बहुत cyclical businesses हैं, so you have to be very very careful with it. And again, you won't even know, and stock price falls by 20-30% क्योंकि commodity prices ऊपर नीचे हो गए. But overall, पहले banks took the lead, and now even your banks have been in the doldrum, right? Because अगर FII selling होती है तो FII holding maximum क्या है? That is in the banks, right? So David Swenson said कि 50% is of overall market, 30% is earnings growth, and 20% remaining is your group stocks. तो group stocks भी नहीं है इस time पे, broad market भी नहीं है 50%. Then what is left is earnings growth of 30% जो एक stock को चलाती है, and finally your valuation comfort. So idea of today's session is कि हम valuation comfort और earnings growth की तरफ देखेंगे, क्योंकि अभी broad market is not also telling us, according to our beat Nifty using Nifty strategy that we learned in how to value companies, that there is no lump sum opportunity as well in Nifty. So currently it's just a SIP type market. But now looking at some of the stocks that we've been like studying, like the list of stocks that I gave you to study as well. And there have been broadly like some of the stocks, we'll also discuss the results. So first, let's simply start with the business by the name of Narayana Hrudyalayam. So how many of you have read Narayana? How many of you have read Narayana in the comment section? Right? So simply, let's just simply look at this quarter's results. जिससे नहीं भी पढ़ा थोड़ा सा आपको idea लग जाएगा. I'll just talk about the business, and I'll just give you a brief idea कि क्या इस time पे business में चल रहा है. And साथ साथ basically in the business currently, so I'll just share this like research report with you. Also post the session, I will share it with all of you. All right, over here. So just coming to this, and hopefully it will be visible to all of you. आपको सबको report visible है? Comment section में, is the report visible to all of you? Great. So currently, what is happening in the business? So again, this time they reported results, and consolidated basis पे, again they've beaten the expectations. So like analyst expectations and everything gets set. So consolidated basis पे, they reported 1130 crores of revenue, which was an 18% growth, and above estimated 1100 crores, driven by beat in Indian hospitals. Quarter on quarter flat क्यों थी? Because Q3 is a bit softer for the elective surgeries. Came in, so Narayana has two businesses. One is the India business, एक तो इंडिया वाला बिजनेस है, एंड दूसरा कौन सा बिजनेस है? केमन आइलैंड वाला बिजनेस. सो टू बिजनेसेस है, वन इज इंडिया एंड सेकंड वन इज केमन आइलैंड बिजनेस, राइट? सो केमन आइलैंड दे रिपोर्टेड अ 23% YOY ग्रोथ, एंड केमन आइलैंड पे अभी एनालिस्ट को क्या डर लगता है सबको कि केमन आइलैंड वाला कहीं बिजनेस इट डजंट फॉल ऑफ द क्लिफ. एंड इंडियन बिजनेस एक्चुअली रिपोर्टेड अ 37% ग्रोथ ईयर ऑन ईयर, राइट? Whereas 2% degrowth quarter on quarter, because elective surgeries in India in Q3 are a bit weaker. So again, this led to an estimate beat, तो 880 करोड़ के आसपास का यहाँ पे रेवेन्यू आया इनका इंडिया वाले बिजनेस में. So consolidated जो EBITDA था almost 250 करोड़ का आया, राइट? तो 250 करोड़ का अगर एक क्वार्टर में EBITDA है, लेट्स अज्यूम कि EBITDA नहीं भी ग्रो करता, तो क्या रन रेट पे चला गया EBITDA? 1000 करोड़ के आसपास. एज सिंपल, जिसने वैल्यूएशन वेबिनार करा सबको याद है कि कितने पे EBITDA रन रेट गया. अगर 250 करोड़ एक क्वार्टर में है, तो आई एम अज्यूमिंग कि क्या मैं अज्यूम कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे कि एनालाइज कितना आ रहा है यहाँ पे अगर 250 करोड़ एक क्वार्टर में है. एवरीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, एनालाइज में क्या अज्यूम कर रहा हूँ कि 1000 करोड़ के आसपास चला गया, राइट? EBITDA रन रेट पे. ग्रेट, ग्रेट, राइट? सो एवरीवन इज गेटिंग द आंसर. ग्रेट. सो नाउ कमिंग टू दिस, नाउ लेट्स लुक एट दिस की तो EBITDA margins actually में first time they reported 22.6% EBITDA margins, which I think आज तक इन्होंने हिस्ट्री में कभी रिपोर्ट नहीं करा. तो 22.6% EBITDA margin, which clearly shows कि operating leverage is playing out in the existing Indian hospitals, right? तो existing Indian hospitals में there is an element of operating leverage that is playing out. Whereas Cayman Island का जो EBITDA margin है, right? So I think consolidated पे इतना था, but Cayman Island का कुछ हमेशा 43-45% के आसपास रहता है. But Cayman Island का जो EBITDA margin है, that will take slight dip going forward, and then it will again recover क्योंकि Cayman Island में they are doing capex, right? But post this result, what has happened is that there have been earnings upgrade. तो आप यहाँ देखेंगे तो इम्पैक्ट ऑन फाइनेंशियल्स, सो इंक्रीज द EBITDA एस्टिमेट बाय 875% ड्यू टू इंक्रीज इन इंडिया बिजनेस। तो यहाँ पे हम एक बहुत बेसिकली एक बहुत बेसिक फाइनेंशियल मॉडल जैसे इस रिपोर्ट में बना हुआ है, वैसे आप सबको एक खुद बनाना चाहिए आफ्टर लुकिंग एट द वैल्यूएशन वेबिनार, बिकॉज see these markets where trends are sideways, only thing that can give you conviction is your own research and your own financial modeling and your own idea about the business. Otherwise you'll get frustrated and stopped out of a lot of businesses. तो यहाँ पे अगर आप की वैल्यूएशन मेट्रिक्स में देखेंगे ओवर here, तो 1 year, so FY23 end पे the business is already at 15.6x EV to EBITDA, right? Whereas in terms of 1 year forward it is at 13.6, 2 year forward it is at 11.9. Similarly, if you look at the return on equity, तो FY23 end में return on equity कितनी है, right? 3 साल की return on equity कितनी है? Everyone in the comment section, how much is the return on equity? What is the trend for return on equity? Everyone in the comment section, सबका आंसर मेरे को चाहिए इस पे। Almost 25 to 30% के आसपास का return on equity का trend है, right? No, get the thing कि return on equity कितनी है, down या increase का नहीं, what is the return on equity, average return on equity, range आप मेरे को बताइए सारे। So average return on equity is somewhere between 25 to 30% at the moment, right? तो how is it coming to 25 to 30%? अब इस वजह से हम जाएंगे अब स्क्रीनर पे and वहां से we'll just clarify our doubts and also we'll see that how actually में you need to have your own independent mindset while reading businesses, otherwise you will always get confused, right? तो यहाँ पे हम आगे देखते हैं, so just basically coming to screener and just opening it over here, Narayana Hrudyalaya, right? So simply what we have to look at is that अगर quarterly results में आप देखो, so your PAT has gone to 154 crores. तो अगर ये 154 crores का PAT का trend sustain करता है, so basically this implies that yearly you are doing 616 crores of PAT. 154 into 4, agreed? 154 into 4. तो अगर 154 into 4 करते हैं, and if you look at the 6-month balance sheet, तो 616 crores का आता है. And what is your equity over here? So जिसने रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी की क्लास करी है, जिसको इक्विटी निकालना आता है, कैन यू जस्ट टेल मी व्हाट इज द इक्विटी ओवर हियर, इक्विटी दैट इज एम्प्लॉयड इन द बिजनेस? नो, इक्विटी इज नॉट 200, इक्विटी इज 1800 crores, right? Right, so equity is close to 1800 crores. आप अदर इनकम सब्ट्रैक्ट करके भी निकाल सकते हो, right? So again right, so I'll just answer all your questions. So again अभी मैं कोई आपसे बहुत सारे businesses डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ, so just control your biases for a second before going forward, right? So just control your biases for a moment कि कोई 90% डाउन वाला नहीं करा, 99% डाउन वाला नहीं करा, तो थोड़ा बायस कंट्रोल कीजिए, क्या पता वो खराब ही हो बिजनेस, ऐसा नहीं है कि वो सही हो, राइट? So अगर 616 crores का if your PAT is coming and your equity employed in the business is 1800 crores, so other income आप subtract भी कर लीजिए, what will be the other income quantum? 61 crores. अगर आप other income subtract भी कर लेते हैं तो 550-560 crores के आसपास net profit comes, which you divide by 1800 crores. Still your return on equity will be somewhere between 25 to 27%. Now the idea is कि the company is doing capex, right? So greenfield capex हो रहा है, which a lot of investors have an idea, but exactly what I want to make you focus on is कि Kim's का जो greenfield capex है, that is going into newer cities and putting up a plant and putting up a new hospital. Over here, the newer greenfield capex is there into existing cities. जैसे केमेन में हो रहा है तो oncology block add हो रहा है, बैंगलोर में हो रहा है, कोलकाता में हो रहा है, and जो भी further details हैं, I think उन्होंने कॉल में बोला है 1-2 quarter में they'll basically give us an idea about further details. But look at Medanta, and Medanta के case में this was the first quarter wherein the because I'm tracking the entire sector, so these things are very useful for all of you to study. कि Medanta in first time in its conference call and in its quarter gave this guidance of greenfield capex, right? And gave this guidance कि कितना beds हम लोग यहाँ लगा रहे हैं. So if you just come to the presentation, so this is the first time they've given a bed level guidance. So this is the first time they've given a bed level guidance, which Narayana hasn't given as of now, because they're drawing up their capex plans. Once this bed level guidance was given, I think the stock in same day, I think it was up by some 10-20% in 2-3 days. right? From I think 450 to somewhere close to 570. But this is why I'm telling you कि अगर आप relative valuation करते हैं तो मेदांता इज पर्टिकुलरली जस्ट इंडिया बिजनेस, मतलब ये इंडिया का ही बिजनेस है मेदांता का. तो यहाँ पे आप लोग मेरे साथ कीजिए, राइट. सो ओवर हियर इफ यू लुक एट मेदांता बिजनेस, सो इन नारायणा's बिजनेस 20% ऑफ द ईबिटा कम्स फ्रॉम योर केमन आइलैंड्स, राइट. तो यहाँ पे कितना ईबिटा है 160 करोड़ का एक क्वार्टर में, राइट. सिमिलरली अगर आप नारायणा का एग्जांपल देखते हैं तो करंटली ईबिटा इज 254 करोड़. सो सब ट्रैक 20% परसेंटेज वाइज, तो 200 करोड़ के आसपास का आपका नारायणा का ईबिटा इंडिया बिजनेस से आ रहा है, राइट. तो 200 करोड़ का नारायणा का बिजनेस इंडिया बिजनेस से आ रहा है ईबिटा, whereas for like Vedanta it is 160 crores. But look at the valuation multiple of Vedanta and also just look at the return on equity of Vedanta. I think return on equity इनका भी कुछ 20 to 25%, yeah, I think it is even lower than that. 200 crores and over here 1700 crores. So almost a return on equity is somewhere close to 14 to 15%. कुछ extra cash भी होगा which also gets subsumed, but 15 to 17% के आसपास return on equity है. So the idea of doing this experiment post the results is that we look across the sector, we go through the entire sectors and we start identifying more and more opportunities. कई बार ये होगा अपने existing ideas में ही मिल जाएगा, कई बार ये हो सकता है बाहर जाना हो, बट हो सकता है कि नेक्स्ट 2-3 क्वार्टर्स के लिए 1-2% मार्जिन डिप हो. तो जो क्वार्टर से क्वार्टर तक देख रहे हैं हो सकता है उनके लिए इट माइट नॉट बी अ गुड आइडिया टू स्टडी, बट इफ यू आर विलिंग टू पुट इन द वर्क, आई थिंक एनएच इज वन ऑफ द बिजनेसेस जो आपको डेफिनेटली इस क्वार्टर के रिजल्ट्स के बाद यू शुड बेसिकली स्टडी इट इंडिपेंडेंटली. अभी हम वैसे बिजनेस पे भी देखेंगे तो 95% या 80% डाउन है जैसे कोई बता रहे, तो हो सकता है वो भी हम देखें जहाँ पे ऐसा है. बट अगेन देयर आर स्टाइल्स टू बेसिकली लुक एट बिजनेसेस, but this again comes under your what growth at reasonable prices wala framework, because what is the current forward P? So again let's all of us calculate what's the forward P. So market cap is 15,000 crores. What is the current like run rate of PAT? 154 crores. 154 into 4 616. So can everyone calculate the forward P with me? Forward P आप calculate कर सकते हैं अगर 15,163 crores का market cap है. What is the forward P? So forward P comes to what? $24.62 times, right? Forward P comes to 24.62 times. Great. Right. So again, this is one of the businesses जो आप पढ़ सकते हैं, because see, the idea is कि entire year market is consolidating and this is the point of time we go and identify businesses and start studying them. So this is one idea that we can go and study, right? So apart from that, other ideas, I think this quarter we have already seen that both IIFL Finance and Equitas Small Finance Bank, they reported really good results. Does anyone have questions linked to this? कोई question है तो like we can discuss any one of the two. Which one do you think we should discuss in the comment section? And so दोनों पे एक बारी we'll just take a broad look on both of them, right? So just first opening with a small finance bank. I think post the results as well. I think we've been studying this business ever since I think almost 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, we've been studying this. And currently after this quarter's results, I think this is the first time inka return on asset for this business has gone above 2%. This is for the first time in a long period of time, right? So अगर आप return on asset देखेंगे तो can everyone point out what's the return on asset been? What is the ROA of the business? 2.21%, right? 2.21%. And what has been the ROE this quarter? So ROE has gone to almost 15 to 16%, right? So there is clearly an improvement or improving trajectory that is happening in the business as of now. Almost 15-16% ROE हो गई है and 2.21% के आसपास ROA business का हो गया, right? So this quarter results were actually very good because credit cost has fallen and FY24 का भी guidance है कि their credit cost will remain at 1% now, which for full year FY23 will be 1.5%. So I think ROA अगर 2% के ऊपर sustain कर जाता है तो that will be very very interesting, and this is the point that we have to monitor. Again, Equitas तो हमने देखा, फिर दूसरा I think over here the business seems to be on the track in like after COVID recovery. But let's look at IIFL Finance जहाँ पे कुछ 10-20% के आसपास correction हुई है. I think post the results, stock was at its all-time high. Then post it, like there has been some correction. But if just looking at the results over here, you'll just find it over here. Their GNPAs have fallen from 2.42% to 2.08%. NNPAs have also fallen. And similarly, your net profit has grown from 397 crores to 423 crores quarter on quarter. EPS flat दिख रहा है because there was some equity issue this time, because वो जो Abu Dhabi investment fund है, they came and invested. Whereas year on year अगर आप देखेंगे, so from 310 crores, your profit has gone to 423 crores. Right, so again year on year there has been 25 to 30% growth. And coming to the presentation as well, right, so what was leading the growth majorly अगर हम presentation में आके देखते हैं, so you'll just find that over here कि loan losses and provisions have fallen, whereas your interest income and like your total income has grown by 30%. So the management has come out with a guidance जो ये बोल रहे हैं कि by FY25 end they plan to take their AUM to close to 1 lakh crores. आज अगर इनका AUM आप देखते हैं तो it is close to 57,941 crores, right? So this is like this is 9 month ended, and guidance applies 1 lakh crore by FY25 end, which again assumes ki 25 to 30% growth in the loan AUM for the business, right? So again, corrections could happen for n number of reasons. Sometimes you don't even get to know ki why the correction is happening, but that is the point of time or point of that is the purpose of having your system in place. So system में देखते हैं कि क्या इस time पे चल रहा है. So just opening IIFL Finance and just looking at your V stop, अगर 2 पे भी लगा के देखते हैं, so coming to monthly charts, right? So just coming to monthly charts and over here, right? So again, there are no exits. There's just a correction over here. And apart from that, अगर इसमें हम ADX लगा के देखते हैं, just to get an idea कि what is happening with it right now, कि हो सकता है like just ADX over here. So ADX currently, if I just do this and like to subtract both this, because ADX is a bit lagging indicator. Currently, your ADX is also well above your 25 times. So again, these are markets where a lot of these stocks, a lot of businesses will face this challenge, right? So like all your volumes were also very good on a monthly charts, right? So normal correction part of life, because business wise, there was no such antithesis because GNPAs also went down, NNPAs also went down. So I think corrections fundamentally, there wasn't anything as of now. But technically, there could be 15-20% correction because of n number of reasons, liquidity flowing out. But this is part and parcel of investing. तो समझ आया IIFL and Equitas का in the comment section? कोई question है इन दोनों पे? Great. So gold loans in IIFL, that's an interesting question. So gold loans in like IIFL, actually gold loans are going through some challenge for all these like, so we stop ka yaar, I'll suggest ki please watch the technical analysis for long term investors class, because वो अब मैं बहुत बारी explain कर चुका हूँ और parabolic SAR भी बहुत बारी explain कर चुका हूँ दोनों के अंदर आपके उसमें, right? So great. So this is something that you have to look at. So banking sector में हो सकता है correction हो because it is totally overall part of the market. But this is how you have to think about it कि fundamentally results have been good. हो सकता है कि आपके frame अगर आपको corrections नहीं पसंद है तो then go for parabolic SAR type. But parabolic SAR में भी अगर multiply 0.05 use करते हैं, so again increment में 0.05. So parabolic SAR में भी currently there is no sell at the moment according to the system that we are following, right? So you can just check it that way as well. So this is with IIFL Finance. Then similarly, like some of the beaten down businesses sectors में अगर देखते हैं तो one of the sectors that all of us have been tracking, but we haven't like looked at anything. This is a business again you can go and study. It's a business by the name of Sudarshan Chemicals, right? So Sudarshan Chemicals you can go and study. But mind you, they have done the capex and the demand has evaporated at the moment. So headwinds हैं, definitely headwinds हैं. Just look at the depreciation. तो जो भी लोग comment section में right? So जितने भी tribe members है comment section में, can you just tell me what the depreciation run rate has gone to? Can everyone participate and tell me what the depreciation and the EBITDA margin run rate has gone to? Everyone in the comment section कि depreciation and EBITDA margin पे क्या हुआ है? Depreciation has increased or gone down? So your depreciation has done what? Increased or gone down? So your depreciation has ended up increasing for the business, right? But one thing that is very interesting, that why I'm still keeping this business in my watch list to study somewhere down the line, is simple reason is because this business used to be the 18th largest pigment player in the world. What is it at now? Everyone in the comment section. ये आज कौन सी rank पे ये largest in terms of businesses में? What is the rank that the business has now? So today it's the third largest pigment manufacturer in the world, right? So today it is the third largest pigment manufacturer in the world, right? But again, idea over here comes that third largest होने के बावजूद भी अभी business में headwinds हैं because they expanded at the wrong time. Like they did expansion, and because of wrong time expansion, you'll see the depreciation run rate has gone up from 89 crores to 108 crores. There's your interest cost also increased from 20 crores to 32 crores, right? So these are part of cycles, and once the cycle comes back, the business also might do well. But idea is to keep a track on these businesses and not to go and look at it where, like actually तो पढ़ना तो भी चाहिए आपको, but जब तक base formation ना हो, like जब तक moving averages stabilize ना हो, जब तक business के margin stabilize ना हो, I think तब तक आपको you should have a control or be patient कि आप कब देख पा रहे हैं. हाँ, अगर कोई 4-5 साल के होराइजन से व्यू करे तो मे बी दे कैन गो एंड स्टडी, बट अगर कोई इन सारी चीजों को थोड़ा सा एक्टिवली टाइम कर सकते हैं, एक्टिवली ट्रैक कर सकते हैं, so look at the business, study the business, follow it from every quarter, and then just see when the demand is recovering. एक दो quarter markets always give to you to judge. हो सकता है 5-10% expensive ले लो, but always remember, right? Always remember what else can happen is that example over here, Sequent Scientific, right? That the like price can even further go down if there is no demand recovery, like from 130 now to 67 rupees, right? So I think we discussed this business a lot of times, and we also discussed key selling triggers kya the. But now what is playing out, was the selling triggers also clear, and why selling is important? सबको clear हुई ये बात comment section में कि क्यों selling बहुत important चीज है, right? उस टाइम पे होता जरूर ये है कि उस टाइम पे ये जरूर होता है कि सेंटिमेंटल इमोशनल अटैचमेंट सारी चीजें होती हैं, बट आई थिंक सेलिंग इज मच मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट देन बाइंग, बिकॉज सी sentiments won't make you money. What makes you money is your system in place and riding the businesses that are doing well for you, right? So this is again an idea of selling. तो headwinds में जाना चाहिए, बिल्कुल मैं ये नहीं कह रहा नहीं जाना चाहिए, but have a proper framework in place कि you're looking at base formation, you're looking at companies that are actually जिनके margins have started normalizing, and ऐसे नहीं कि आप एकदम अभी भी margins are falling down and you like look at the business. जैसे सुदर्शन केमिकल के केस में, like last to last quarter management guided that our margins will keep improving, right? So 13.73% वाले पे margin management ने guidance करा था. आज क्या हुआ 13.73 से, has it gone up or has it gone down? Everyone in the comment section, has it gone up or gone down, right? So when your headwinds come, sometimes even your managements don't know what will happen in the business in spite of talking to investors, right? So that is a simple idea that you have to be very, very careful about. So ये तो हमने all businesses discuss करे. Then कार्बोरंडम currently थोड़ा सा valuation ज़्यादा है, तो उसको थोड़ा discussion पे रोक देते हैं. But यहाँ पे जो एक interesting business discuss करते हैं, which we recently had a session on, is Gujarat Fluorochemicals, and it has also like corrected some 20-25% from the peak. Then we'll also like try to take up a discussion on Saregama because a lot of questions over here. Then Gujarat Ambuja Exports पे करते discussion, a lot of questions over here, right? And interesting में South Indian Bank पे let's have a discussion, right? Because that is also corrected. Then right, so Gokul Das Exports पे कर सकते हैं, Pix Transmission पे करते हैं, Shivalik Biometals पे करते हैं. Let's take up 7-8 more businesses, and anyways you have this list with you to study. Like KEI Industries का अगर हम, if you just look at the result, what happened this quarter, right? So this quarter as well, if you just look at the quarterly results, right, your sales grew almost 14-15%. And like YOY, your bottom line grew from 101 crores to 129 crores. So almost 25% growth in net profit, right? So almost net profit grew by 25% for the company, and which is like a good enough rate, and guidance also implies 17 to 18% growth. So किन लोगों ने KEI Industries, they have been studying it because of like since a lot of time, because we did a credit rating wala class is pe. How many of you studied the business? How many of you looked at it? How many of you found those classes useful like 10-12 months ago? Sudarshan is planning to sell 5.6776 acres of land in Pune. Anubhav, this is exactly the question. When do you sell land? आप अपनी प्रॉपर्टी कब बेचते हैं? या तो फोर्सफुली, या तो आउट ऑफ कि वी don't want to block our money. But over here it is being sold forcefully because you can already see debt कितना आ गया. तो moratorium में कुछ 150-200 crores के debt repayments आ रही हैं, तो how will you fund it, right? So this is why you have to be a bit careful, right? Great. So this is, I'll actually talk about all the businesses. So I think businesses wise, so again, so what do I have? So one is Equitas SFB. So I think I've already answered this question a lot of times on the comment section. So Equitas SFB, then we have Narayana Udyalaya, right? So first I'll just mention this. So again, you don't think कि कुछ और है क्या नहीं है. So Equitas SFB is there, Narayana is there, IIFL Finance is there, right? Your South Indian Bank is there, Arman Finance is there. Then your Varun Beverages is there. KEI Industries is also there. Then Rainbow Hospital is there, right? Your HCG is there, right? These are some of the major positions that are already there in the portfolio. Then the Shivalik Biometal is there, Saregama is there, right? Then ho sakta hai बीच में से 3-4 missing हो, like a Precol is there over there, right? Shivalik Biometal, I think I've already mentioned it over here. Then apart from that, a Gujarat Fluorochem is there. Then a Kama Holdings is also there in very low allocation at the moment, just to get the feet in. Right, so mostly I think total में तो 17 to 19 होंगे, but these are mostly some of the ideas that are there, right? So mostly because जो है, so all of it is there in front of you. कि mostly this is what is there. PB Fintech has been a recent addition, right? So PB Fintech is also there. Rest there are tracking positions जहाँ पे एक दो stock बहुत सारी companies के. But this is what majorly your अगर आपने how to value companies देखा होता तो उसमें already we discussed what all is there, right? So I'll highly suggest you watch that class. But the idea is कि यार अब जाके कौन सा business पढ़े, right? So Sundaram, so Arman Finance का भी जो result आया था, I think this time they also reported very strong growth, but stock has gone down on low volumes and stuff, right? So this quarter also they again reported from 20 to 22 crores type quarter on quarter 10% PAT growth, whereas yearly the PAT went from 7 crores to 22 crores, which is like a 270% growth. Risk factor क्या था यहाँ पे? So one of the districts in Maharashtra blew up for them, and because that district blew up for them, so this is why like your GNP is slightly increased, like year on year, slightly increased, but quarter on quarter your GNPs have also fallen. But again, I couldn't find like anything super negative to have an like idea कि क्यों correction हुई, because entire markets are correcting. So I don't actually know कि क्यों correction हुई इसमें. So that is something that I'm thinking about, because now the stock is back to 16p or 3.7, 3.8 times price to book. So again, this is with this one. एक और business जो जिसके results were very good, like year on year, that was Shivalik Biometal. So Shivalik Biometal, I think year on year again reported a 25% type growth, right? So again 22% growth like consolidated में देखते हैं. So Shivalik Biometal also had almost a I think consolidated 25% growth थी. I think इसमें screen में कुछ numbers में wrong है. I did this Excel calculation. So 25 to 30% growth यहाँ पे थी, and margins also sustained at 23%, right? So that is that with it. I think PAT growth came in lower because of higher taxes, but PBT growth was lower because of lower other income as well. तो अब सारी other income को subtract करके if you just look at it, so EBITDA growth has actually sustained, like your EBITDA has sustained quarter on quarter as well. So nothing too negative with the numbers as well. मतलब कुछ बहुत खराब नहीं है, because this is one of the result season. I thought कि none of the companies have actually missed. One of the companies which has been falling as if there is no tomorrow is Saregama, whereas in spite of falling, if you just look at the results, also 52 crore PAT, like PAT, which was higher than last quarter, which is also higher by almost 20% year on year. And margins were also intact types. So again, low float. Technically, I think अगर आप यहाँ पे check करते हैं, so this is actually a screen which I've made on Trading View जो आपके साथ मैं Sunday को share करूँगा. I'll just use it over here, right? So Saregama as well, right? So just launching the chart over here. So I think V stop पे तो Saregama was like sold around 468 or like अगर monthly पे देखते हैं तो 468 या ऐसे. But in such scenarios, I think 520 or 440 के बीच में I think V stop indicated like an exit. But in such scenarios, like in my case, I just do a rebalancing. This is what I do. If my indicator has also given an exit, but I'm reasonably still bullish on like 4 or 5 year horizon. So कुछ stocks में I just do a rebalance and let the remaining quantity be. Right? तो मेरा ये framework है, but still I'll do a small rebalance over here. Right? ये rebalance करके letting the remaining quantity be in spite of it growing at 20 to 25%. I think from peak it has corrected from 520 to almost 330 types. So again, a business where the P multiple has also gone to where P multiple has gone to now 34 times, and it is still growing at 23-25%, which the guidance of the management is. So again, a business where there is like stage 4 का पूरा decline यहाँ पे हो चुका है. But in such scenario, actually में अगर fundamentally अभी भी strength दिख रही है, so just one thing that one can do is just rebalancing and letting the remaining quantity be types, because I think 10 out of 10 में तो आप सही होने नहीं वाले. अगर आप अगर long term thesis है, then you can just let it be, because every stock का आपका thesis अलग होता है. Then this is with KEI, with like Saregama, Shivalik Biometal we discussed. Then we can discuss a PB fintech जिसका I think financial model रह गया था in the valuation webinar. So PB fintech का just a simple financial model for those who are interested. I think PB fintech की बहुत लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी report भी लिखी. I particularly like to call out Prateek's report. Prateek's report was very good on PB fintech, and I think आप सबको वो report पढ़नी चाहिए. I'll just send it on Telegram because he went into the business details. So PB fintech में भी अभी क्या हो रहा है? So this is just a rough financial or valuation model that we made for us, which again we'll actually draw down, like take out all the adjusted EBITDA and सारी चीजों को भी हम हटाएंगे इसमें. तो adjusted EBITDA PB fintech में क्या हो रहा है? It is adjusted for the ESOP cost, जो आपका employee stock options का cost है, right? And over here, if you just look at it, the contribution margin of the business will keep expanding. तो ये numbers तो पूरे management के guidance से ही आप check कर सकते हैं FY23 Q3 की con call से. And why are the contribution margins expanding? Because the premiums for renewal are coming in, and renewal premiums are at more than 85% plus contribution margins. So as they keep coming in, and if even the growth slows down from 40, 30 to 25% per annum, what will happen कि जो आपका contribution profit है, contribution profit क्या होता है आपका, कि सिर्फ अगर आप revenue minus variable cost, तो revenue variable cost कौन से होते हैं? The cost which can vary, like marketing expenses, employee costs. So these are all variable costs. Fixed cost क्या होते हैं? Rent आपका fixed cost है, power cost आपका fixed cost है. So those are your fixed costs. So over here, if the contribution margins keep expanding because operating leverage kicks in, तो Q4 of FY23 बहुत क्रूशल होएगा देखने के लिए कि क्या सही में ये बिजनेस प्रॉफिट्स रिपोर्ट कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है, या फिर दैट वाज ऑल hogwash by the management, right? So Q4 of FY23 will be one of the most crucial quarters for this business, because they claim that they've broken even in December. माने December पे PAT level पे there is zero loss, right? So again, that will be a very crucial quarter for us to track. Right? And like advertise like adjusted EBITDA पे आप देखेंगे तो हमने adjusted का हटा के normal EBITDA पे भी लाया, because adjusted EBITDA is hogwash. So there are like ESOP costs which are going down every year, right? तो ESOP cost का जो expense है वो हर साल घटते जाएगा, whereas this is how your EBITDA will start expanding. And because it's a negative working capital business, so you'll go through this sheet very carefully, because this is a negative working capital business. Your EBITDA will start flowing down to your PBT, and other income is business में बहुत है, क्योंकि I think they have close to 5,000 or 5,500 crores type cash on the balance sheet as of now, right? So other income, you can just simply look at it, because as the EBITDA keeps on coming, तो cash ही आ रहा है आपके पास, and like your other income will keep going up, and PBT adding all the things might go to 1256 type crores. So this is something that you can do yourself, and subtracting the taxes, the PAT can go to some 1,000 crores. अभी हम ESOP cost हटा के we are going to PAT. ESOP cost डाल के it might go to 1,118 crores type. So again, a business which you can study independently. I think it has gone through a very severe correction post listing, because valuations post listing were like literally an option up. And over here, I'll just teach you one very interesting like tool from technicals if you want to spot like bottoms. So this is actually coming in your technical analysis class, is the idea of RSI 50. So this RSI 50 idea, whenever your RSI is crossing 50, like on high volumes, so that is the point of time typically your bottom gets done and your stocks start doing well. So हमारा the fundamental thesis था, but this is something that we learn when we actually come to our third or fourth class of technicals, which will also sort of go live by this week. Right, so I think अभी हम weekly पे देख रहे हैं, अभी तक हमने monthly सीखा था, but हम weekly पे भी will come in the next 2 classes, right? So we'll learn this RSI 50 strategy along with VStop on a weekly basis, right? तो थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ आना स्टार्ट हुआ कि हाउ फाइनेंशियल मॉडल ऑफ पीबी फिनटेक एंड हाउ इट गेट्स मेड, थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ आना स्टार्ट हुआ आफ्टर आई थिंक फॉलोइंग ऑल द वे फ्रॉम 1200 टू what level today, I think 470 480 types, right? So Shamsher, I'll actually just post it on the SOIC Telegram group and then you can check. Great. तो अगर कोई बैंकिंग में रूल चेंज होता है तो आई जस्ट डिस्कस इट वंस विद यू. तो फॉरवर्ड पी पे अगर 20x पे, तो उसमें देयर इज सम 5500 crores और 5000 crores ऑफ कैश. तो आपको इंटरप्राइज वैल्यू भी देखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज योर इंटरप्राइज वैल्यू इज मार्केट कैप प्लस डेट माइनस व्हाट. एवरीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, इंटरप्राइज वैल्यू का क्या फॉर्मूला है? एवरीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर इंटरप्राइज वैल्यू? मार्केट कैप प्लस डेट माइनस कैश, राइट? Great. So this is with that. Two businesses more that we been studying right now. तो Scient की I think Sunday को video आ रही है. So see Scient के case में I'll just give you the risk first. Risk है Scient के case में is a simple risk that is there with the business is that it's a cyclical business. There is no denying the fact, because their like exposure is more towards your aerospace, oil and gas than your. So I'll actually do this. I'll take 2 minutes out and I'll explain you all the ER&D companies which are listed in India. So पहले हम देखते हैं Tata Elxsi, right? So first company is Tata Elxsi, right? Just keep noticing the PE multiples. क्या PE multiple पे आज 57. दूसरी हम लेते हैं LTTS, PE multiple 35. तीसरी हम लेते हैं KPIT. What is the PE multiple today? 64 times. फिर हम आते हैं Scient पे, which is the last ER&D company. What's the PE multiple today? 20.6 times, right? Why is Scient at 20.6 times? Why others are at 64, 35 or 57 times? Simple reason है कि Scient के जो end verticals हैं, right? So where Scient is providing ER&D services, the verticals are like what? One is your aerospace, communication and your railways, right? So जो first vertical arc vertical है, which is like aerospace, railways and communication. So aerospace जो business है, जहाँ पे आप एयरबस और बोइंग को सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो, सो दैट इज अ बिट सिक्लिकल बिजनेस, राइट? सो उसमें मेंटेनेंस रेवेन्यू भी है, एंड वंस योर इंजन्स स्टार्ट रनिंग, जैसे अभी वर्ल्ड में चाइना का कोविड लॉकडाउन खुला है, so that business might do well because like Chinese flights will also start like taking off, so that business will do well. Second है रेलवे और कम्युनिकेशन का, वो भी एक सिक्लिकल बिजनेस है. फिर माइनिंग एंड ऑयल एंड गैस का बिजनेस है. सो माइनिंग बिजनेस में दे आर एक्चुअली वर्किंग ऑन कार्बन कैप्चर टेक्नोलॉजीज विद देयर क्लाइंट्स. वहां पे इंजीनियरिंग रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट दे रहे हैं. बट रिमेंबर, अगर कमोडिटी प्राइसेस गो डाउन, देन व्हाट एंड्स अप हैपनिंग इज दैट योर R&D expenses in your mines also take a hit. So again, that also is a bit volatile business. Third business, that is of communication. तो जब तक telecom companies 5G में invest करती हैं, so that business might do well, then that business might not do well. तो उसी cycles में चलेगा. तो ये तो एक vertical है Scient का. Second vertical for Scient over here is that of like, so ये तो दो verticals की बात करी हमने, mining की और arc vertical की. Third vertical क्या है? जो new age vertical है, where Scient is trying to do what Tata Elxsi, KPIT or LTTS is doing. That is getting into what? Getting into your businesses like so what Scient is trying to do is getting into semiconductor, getting into automotive technology, getting into apart from that healthcare, medical devices. So all those things Scient is doing in the third vertical, that is new age vertical. New age vertical में growth तो 30% है year on year, growth बहुत fast है, one of the fastest थी, but it is barely 15 to 20% of your services revenue, right? तो Scient type business में क्या आएगा कि ये क्योंकि cyclical business है, तो cyclical business में entry ज्यादा important है या exit? Everyone in the comment section. Entry ज्यादा important होती है cyclical business में या exit? Everyone in the comment section. कि entry more important or exit more important in the cyclical business? Both तो है, but if you catch it in the middle of the cycle, it is much more important that you exit it on time, right? So much 1,000 times more important कि exit important है like cyclical business में, क्योंकि Cyient का अगर आप EPS growth देखेंगे over the years, you will find कि EPS growth Cyient की lumpy है, right? तो EPS growth lumpy है और आज valuation कोई बहुत सस्ती नहीं है, बहुत महंगी भी नहीं है, तो EPS growth Cyient की थोड़ी सी lumpy है, right? If you just check it over here, your EPS growth has been lumpy over the years. आप ये cycles देखेंगे तो EPS growth आपकी lumpy रही है over the years, right? So market in its wisdom is valuing Cyient like a cyclical IT business, right? But अगर next 1-2 years अच्छे हो जाते हैं Cyient के, तो could be यहाँ से थोड़ा सा re-rating मिले, and management खुद 60 rupees का EPS guide कर रही है by the next year, which implies a 30% growth. बट अगेन आई विल से कि अगर विजिबिलिटी गिर जाती है, माने अगर आज से 1-1.5 साल अच्छी ग्रोथ आती है, उसके बाद 1-2 क्वार्टर में विजिबिलिटी गिर जाती है, तो इन बिजनेसेस में आपका एग्जिट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड देयर इज नो डिनाइंग द फैक्ट, बिकॉज इन अ सिक्लिकल बिजनेस, मतलब आईटी कंपनीज का यूल सी कि चार्ट इज ईदर लाइक ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम गोइंग अप, बट ओवर हियर you'll see that there are drawdowns, and then drawdowns continue for 1-2 years, then it starts going up, right? So over here you just have to be careful with your exits, right? So this is what how I am thinking about Cyient. So यहाँ पे I'll be very very carefully using my V stop as well, and again the business seems to be doing well at the moment, and also like I think अगर आप business का like अभी guidance पढ़ेंगे, so they're guiding for 60 rupees of EPS. अगर वो 60 rupees बोल रहे हैं तो obviously अगर आप on call में आके बोल रहे हैं तो हो सकता है ज्यादा भी हो, because all the sell side estimate have 63 or 65 rupees penciled in. So this is one of the businesses जो आप जाके पढ़ सकते हैं. So Cyient is one. सेकेंड वन जो है दैट इज पीजी इलेक्ट्रोप्लास्ट, जिसकी हमने डिस्कशन आई थिंक हमने फिल्टर करना सीखा था पीजी इलेक्ट्रोप्लास्ट को. सी पीजी इलेक्ट्रोप्लास्ट अगेन स्मॉल कैप है इन टर्म्स ऑफ ईएमएस स्पेस, एंड ईएमएस स्पेस इज रियली बूमिंग एट द मोमेंट. बट साइंट ईएमएस स्पेस से याद आया, साइंट में एक बिजनेस है दैट इज ऑफ बेसिकली उनका एक डिजाइनिंग वाला बिजनेस है, राइट? सो जो डिजाइनिंग बिजनेस है दैट इज सिमिलर टू ईएमएस स्पेस, but they are designing these precision parts for Boeing, Airbus, and also Honeywell, right? But that business is currently very small in size, so they are de-merging that business and listing it separately. So study that business. Again, a standard disclaimer, मैं own नहीं करता, because अभी मेरे को अपने existing portfolio में इतनी opportunities दिखती हैं कि मैं नया portfolio, नया stock add करने से पहले existing वाले में से कुछ I'll try to trim, right? So इस वजह से मैं own नहीं करता, but again it's a business that you can go and study, राइट? कि वहां पे अगर आपको जाके कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग दिख रहा है, बिकॉज वहां पे ऑर्डर बुक 2500 करोड़ की हो गई है, विच यूज्ड टू बी 1200 करोड़ 1 year ago, राइट? सो फ्रॉम 1200 करोड़ टू 2500 करोड़ वहां पे ऑर्डर बुक हो गई है, जो साइंट का बिजनेस डीमर्ज हो रहा है. आई थिंक डिजाइन लेड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का डीएलएम करके बिजनेस है उनका. दे हैव वन ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ वेरी बिग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद हनीवेल for designing the cockpit of airlines and stuff, right? So airline interface के लिए cockpit design करने का Honeywell से they won a very big order. But again, that is a business that you can go and study independently. So I'll just guess upfront आपको मैं बता दूं, मैं उन नहीं करता उस business को, right? So that is with that. PG Electroplast tailwinds are here, theme is here. Only thing that you have to think about is कि क्या इस business को valuations मिलेगी, क्योंकि working capital stretched business है. तो यहाँ पे ROC आपका कभी भी 15 to 17% से ऊपर नहीं बनने वाला, which is what my case like beef has been with Dixon, and secondly how I'm thinking about Amber as well, and a lot more companies will start listing in this space of electronic manufacturing services. See, there are two types of portfolio that you make. One is core portfolio, one is a core portfolio जहाँ पे आपकी core cricket playing team है, जैसे मैंने अपनी बना रखी है. Then आपका एक satellite portfolio है, वहां पे you can do all these things but cap it. कैप क्या करो, 10% ऑफ ओवरऑल पोर्टफोलियो पे कैप कर दो. अग्रेसिव हो थोड़े तो 20% ओवरऑल पोर्टफोलियो पे कैप कर दो. वेयर यू डोंट नो वेदर की एग्जिट एग्जीक्यूशन या क्या आने वाला है, अगर कोई नई लिस्टिंग आ रही है, कैप इट इन योर सैटेलाइट पोर्टफोलियो, राइट? इसको आराम से आप सुनो, कैप इट इन योर सैटेलाइट पोर्टफोलियो एंड कंट्रोल द रिस्क वाया दैट. Core portfolio should always be like 80% to 90%, right? So in my case, it is close to 90% now core portfolio. जो 5-10% है वो सैटेलाइट पोजीशंस में कैप्ड है, लाइक वेयर आई विल बी डूइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स, राइट? कि वहाँ पे कोई अगर जैसे कोई अगर एक पेन कंपनी का आइडिया आया हो तो वो मैंने उसमें डाल दिया, लाइक अ कंपनी विच मैन्युफैक्चर्स पेन, राइट, तो उसके अंदर एक आइडिया था, तो वहाँ सैटेलाइट पीएफ में डाला है. दैट आई वोंट लाइक जनरली डिस्कस एज वेल, बिकॉज ओवर देयर एंट्रीज एंड एग्जिट्स आर वेरी वेरी फास्ट व्हिच हैपेंस, राइट. तो वहाँ पे यू आर प्योरली फॉलोइंग योर सिस्टम एंड यू लुकिंग एट फंडामेंटल थीसिस दैट द प्रॉफिट्स विल बी ग्रोइंग, राइट. बट सैटेलाइट पोर्टफोलियो का भी जो जनरली रिटर्न बेटर रहता है, दैट इज इन अ कंडीशन वेयर मार्केट्स आर आल्सो डूइंग वेल, right? जब markets are sideways or in time wise consolidation, so you need to be very very picky with what you even put in your satellite portfolio, right? And हो सकता है वहां पे उस टाइम पे allocation बहुत ज्यादा ना हो, but this is how I think about my satellite portfolio. And वैसे portfolio की allocation strategy आप क्या रख सकते हैं, 3 6 9 12 और 2 से और 2 6 8 10, जैसे आपको सही रखें, या तो 3 6 9 भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे 3% for the lowest allocation idea, 6% for the middle allocation ideas, and 9% for the highest allocation idea, because you won't get beaten out of the game. And वहां पे आपका जो exit triggers हैं, that you need to maintain. See, I know जो मेरे को काफी questions आते हैं डैशबोर्ड पे, and कई लोगों ने ये वाली क्लासेस नहीं देखी, कई लोगों ने एक्चुअली में पूरा कोर्स ही नहीं देखा अभी तक. तो अगर आप पूरा कोर्स आपने नहीं देखा एंड यू आर स्टिल डूइंग डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टिंग विदाउट स्टडिंग द बेसिक्स फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, आई थिंक यू आर प्लेइंग विद फायर इन माय ओपिनियन. बिकॉज सी, अब सबको अपसाइड तो दिखती है इक्विटी मार्केट्स में, बट डाउनसाइड कैन बी सिवियर. And if you haven't educated yourself completely, you're playing with fire. I'll just tell you, क्योंकि मेरे पास डेटा आ जाता है पीछे से कि किसने नहीं देखा, तो फिर मेरे को क्वेश्चन आंसर करते भी बहुत वो लगता है कि मैं आंसर तो कर रहा हूँ, बट क्योंकि अंडरस्टैंडिंग अभी वो नहीं है कि कोर्स नहीं देखा, तो फिर बहुत थोड़ा सा वो लगता है कि आपने आप मेंबर भी बने एंड आपने कोर्स का फायदा ही नहीं उठाया. बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आप you need to educate yourself, and no one else can do it apart from yourself in that scenario. So this is with like your PG Electroplast, how I'm thinking about it with your portfolio allocation approach. And this is with another business, what I'm thinking about. One beverages के I think जो results थे इस बारी, those were also very very solid. I think FMCG pack में तो still they have been growing the fastest. Seasonally weak quarter था, but still this is the like second quarter running in a row. Here you just look at this. So just look at this, right? Earlier December quarter used to be loss making. Let's look at this. But now it has also turned into a profit making quarter. Simple reason, because of South India में तो पूरे साल ही consumption of beverages is happening. So your seasonality element has definitely gone down in the business, right? So हो सकता है कि जो पहले 50 का PE मिल रहा था थोड़ा सा ज्यादा मिल जाए, but still we have to be careful with the valuations that we pay because interest rates high हो गए. But how many of you have basically studied the business of Varun and actually following it closely in the comment section? कौन कौन पढ़ रहा है, कौन कौन follow कर रहे हैं? Great, great. I'll also try to keep pushing each and everyone to like I'll try to push each and every one of you. So I'll try to push each and every one of you to sort of keep studying these businesses and also to study your like things. So one more business, जैसे I think recently selling में जैसे we sold Usha Martin and then RHI Magnesita as well. So RHI Magnesita, if you just look at this, right? So RHI Magnesita. So what is the V stop showing? Is it showing a buy or a sell? Right. So if you're following a system, then you follow the system to the core. You don't like play around with it if your V stop is showing that, right? हाँ, साउथ इंडियन बैंक में मैं जस्ट आ रहा हूँ उसके बाद, राइट राइट. सो साउथ इंडियन बैंक पे जस्ट आ रहा हूँ उसके बाद. आई थिंक यहाँ पे अगर आप 2.5 करेंगे तो उस टाइम पे अभी 2 पे मैं चेक कर रहा था, राइट. So even at 2.5 times हो सकता है कि आपका अभी भी इसमें sustained हो, but I was using 2 over here because I think मेरे alert में भी 2 पे created है ये. तो alert किसी को create करना है, so simply go to this clock and you can simply just put a stock and you can create an alert over there when it comes to like your stocks, right? So I'll teach all of this to you on Sunday, coming Sunday. I think 2.5 पे again, if you want to let it be for a while, if you think it's a really solid company, so you can just let it be. And अगर 2.5 पे भी hit करता है, then if you're following an exit system, then you have to like follow an exit system, right? Or if you or agar 2.5 rate karte, then rebalance the particular stock, because we don't know what risks are lurking. Ki ho sakta hai ki bhai steel cycle mein pura slow down aa jaye. I think we were somewhere close to here. We were like we did an entry, and I think exit was somewhere in 700s because we thought ki existing portfolio mein better opportunities as compared to a 10% growth business at a 40 PE at that time. Right, so coming to your South Indian Bank, I think that's a question that someone asked. right? So see 2.0 पे it's an exit, 2.5 पे it's an hold. अगर 2.5 पे भी it remains, so I think you will have to, I think 65 70 पे your 2.5 will also hit. So अगर if it goes there, then you have to take an objective call. Either you rebalance it or you just let it be. So it's a call that you have to take. But if you're following an exit system, this is what the beauty of exit system is. Never ever sell on sentiments, always sell on objectivity. What am I saying? Never sell on sentiments, always sell on what? Never sell on sentiments, always sell on objectivity, right? Always sell on objectivity. Great, great. So Usha Martin, as per मतलब मेरे scenario में, I just thought कि other income xing out 21-22 times PE पे चल रहा है. I just found cheaper businesses in the portfolio. This is why I did a reshuffling over there. I think थोड़ा और financials में Equitas थोड़ा और ले लिया, like South Indian Bank थोड़ा और खरीद लिया same capital का. Because South Indian Bank, again we have discussed this. So हम लोग अपना ये बना के क्यों चलते हैं deep value sheet? Because it gives us an idea to toggle over forward multiples कि क्या इस time पे multiples चल रहे हैं. जैसे FY24 में अगर आप इसका पैट देखो which we are estimating तो 1256 करोड़ आ सकते हैं. What is current market cap of South Indian Bank? 3,495 crores. So you just divide 1256 by 3,495. तो 1 year forward PE multiple कितना चल रहा है South Indian Bank का? What is the PE multiple 1 year forward? It's somewhere close to 2 point something, 2.7, 2.6. Right? And also one more very interesting thing in this business is that abhi correction to theek hai, that's a part of life. One more interesting thing that has happened is that their credit to deposit ratio is actually like much worse than other banks. So credit to deposit ratio, I think in the con calls mein you can check. So agle 2-3 quarter, I think this bank will be still having NIM expansion because cost of deposit utni tezi se nahi badhega if your credit to deposit is still 75 to 77%. But remember this, we are doing deep value investing over here. And again, like just on our V stop basis. So V stop basis pe currently there is no sell that is there. And we are just letting it be. Agar aap 2B use kar rahe hain, if you want to trail your stops closely, agar aap 2B use kar rahe hain, so there is no sell on the business, like just letting it be at the moment, right? So हो सकता है आपका entry late हुआ 10, 12, 13 rupees पे हुआ, but still there is no exit that is getting triggered. So just letting it be. And fundamentally this quarter as well, I think agar X of security receipts hota, so they would have reported a 306 crores of profit. और वो security receipts का जो cost था, that was there in Federal Bank, that was there in Yes Bank, that was there in State Bank of India, that was there in like at least a Bank of Baroda में था वो, that was there in almost all the banks जो security receipts का होता. So we thought कि इसके लिए one off नहीं है, that's a bank wide thing which RBI did, right? तो हो सकता है कि because we are following a system and as well we also like particularly like fundamentally कि incremental ROE 13, 14, 15% पे आ रहा है. So only time will tell if the financials change and re-rating is not in our hands. What is in our hand is looking at the earnings growth. If the earnings growth come back, so again you will get an idea where the business is heading. But like I'm very, very like calm and relaxed about it. So no like movement at the time. Any questions related to it? Right. Great. So when deposit rates increase, cost of capital rises, what will be the impact? NIMs will contract for the banks. So again, आपको वही credit to deposit ratio bottoms up जाके देखना पड़ेगा किसका ज्यादा है किसका कम है. Credit to deposit means कि आपने कितना लोन दिया और कितना आपने deposit कराया. So that is what it means. अगर credit to deposit is 76 to 77%, whereas your frontline banks have 95 to 97% credit to deposit, तो माने there is still some way to go before you start increasing your deposit rates. Right. Awas financials, I'll talk about it, Aman. So Awas financials, right? So Awas financials, see, I think price to book pay, it was, I think one of the most expensive lenders, and 9.3 it has come down to 5. See, lenders may, I will give you a mental model ki agar if see until unless you're Bajaj Finance, it's very difficult to create like humongous wealth if your starting price to book multiple is so high. So this is the framework that I'm following. Even PE ratios at 36 times. So both price to book is expensive and price to earnings are expensive. So again, valuation wise भी हो ही जाता है. और अगर आप V stop लगा रहे हैं, then also again you can just check Awas Financials, right? V stop पे भी देख रहे हैं. So again, I think it got sold like according to the system. Like I used to own it 2 years back. So I think almost it has corrected from 2300 to almost 1900 today. But how can you calculate an exit growth on a company that is growing 15 to 20%? Because 10,000 crore के beyond affordable housing में आपका growth rate गिरता ही गिरता है, because you start going into places where you're competing with banks. Once you start competing with banks, what ends up happening, or once you start competing with other NBFCs or small finance banks, ये जो 30-35% का growth rate है, वो 30-35% नहीं रहता, that falls to 15-20%. If it falls to 15-20%, problem arises if you're paying a 5x price to book. तो आप exit multiple कैसे decide करोगे? अगर exit multiple 3 पे भी गिर जाता है आज से 4-5 साल बाद, what will end up happening कि आपका पैसा नहीं बनेगा. You will just get a 8-9% compounding. Right. So any other? So yeah, PICS I'll discuss. PICS NBFC guideline changes अभी actually मैंने बैठ के पूरा पढ़ना ही है. अभी free version है संदीप trading view का. इसमें actually your alerts are also one. So actually I'll be purchasing the paid version tonight itself, and then we'll have a Sunday session on it. Okay. So Google Sheet अभी share करता हूँ. Right. So yeah, so Precall and Minda Corp का जो merger है, that is a question that I will take for all of you. So see, what has happened in Precall is that कि Precall के case में, I'll just share it with. So just a second. So Precall के case में क्या हुआ है कि in Precall's case, if we just look at the balance sheet, so the company has massively paid down on debt, right? Massively debt reduction हुआ है company में. If you just check this, massively deleveraging हुई है business के अंदर. And apart from that, your ROE, ROC, everything incrementally has started expanding. And this quarter, I think results would have been 15 to 20% higher as compared to like what they have reported. But they were hit by again your IC shortages, which they're saying will get solved in next quarter. अब हुआ क्या कि आपकी ग्रोथ तो बहुत फास्ट आई है Precall के बिजनेस में, एंड कहीं ना कहीं से तो आपने ग्रोथ ली होगी. सो योर कंपेटिटर, दैट इज आई थिंक इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्लस्टर्स और ड्राइवर इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम, तो मिंडा का वहां पे 15% मार्केट शेयर है, राइट. सो मिंडा का 15% मार्केट शेयर है, whereas your Precall has almost a 50% मार्केट शेयर ओवर देयर. पर मिंडा के केस में क्या है कि मिंडा के केस में योर बैलेंस शीट इज लार्जर देन Precall's बैलेंस शीट. क्या आपका बैलेंस शीट इज लार्जर देन Precall's बैलेंस शीट, एंड यहाँ पे क्वार्टरली सेल्स आर 1000 crores, whereas in Precall quarterly sales are close to 474 crores. पहले तो हम सिचुएशन को एस्टैब्लिश करते हैं. अब सेकंड प्रॉब्लम क्या है? सेकंड प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि Precall के केस में प्रमोटर होल्डिंग इज 36.53%. प्रमोटर होल्डिंग कितनी है? 36.53%, राइट. एंड फाई कैपिटल इज वन ऑफ द प्राइवेट इक्विटी गाइज हु इज आल्सो हियर. एंड फाई कैपिटल क्या मिंडा के अंदर भी है? दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू चेक कि प्राइवेट इक्विटी में फाई कैपिटल क्या मिंडा के अंदर भी है. आई थिंक दे ओन मिनिस्क्यूल स्टेक मिंडा कॉर्पोरेशन में. सो लेट अस जस्ट चेक. आई थिंक पब्लिक उसमें दिख जाएगा FIS में. सो वील जस्ट चेक कि इसमें और क्या प्राइवेट इक्विटीज है. आई थिंक सो फाई कैपिटल का वी कैन जस्ट चेक दैट इंडिपेंडेंटली. तो अब हो क्या रहा है कि योर मिंडा कॉर्पोरेशन हैज कम इन एंड एक्चुअली अक्वायर्ड 400 करोड़ के आसपास का स्टेक इन Precall. तो 400 करोड़ के आसपास Precall में स्टेक ले लिया, बिकॉज योर प्रमोटर होल्डिंग इज वेरी लेस इन Precall. सो मिनिमम 50% तो प्रमोटर होल्डिंग Precall के केस में होना ही पड़ेगा. एंड व्हाई हैव दे अक्वायर्ड इट? सो इन द कॉन कॉल दे हैव क्लियरली मेंशन्ड the reason for acquiring a 50% stake in Precall has been that we think that the business is going to do well. So we thought कि this is a good use of capital. But again, that all is just smoke screen and mirrors. कि अगर आपको किसी कंपनी में एक्चुअली में एक्विजिशन करना है तो आप 500 करोड़ तो आपने बोल दिया कि 400 करोड़ हमने ऐसे डाले हैं. बट इफ यू वांट टू फोर्सफुली एक्वायर इट, सो दैट इज जस्ट द स्टार्ट ऑफ द गेम, राइट. अब यहाँ से देयर आर 2-3 आउटकम्स दैट कैन हैपन. सो फर्स्ट आउटकम दैट कैन हैपन is that Precall's existing promoter, right? So existing जो promoter है Precall के, they bring up capital from somewhere, or they influence the other institutional investors, जो Mr. Mohan family. अगर ये बाकी like other institutional investor को influence कर ले कि you don't have to sell to Minda, right? So this is the first outcome that can happen, and this will be like good for the company, because company is in the stage where they're launching more and more new products, right? तो इनकी जो tie-ups हैं with for battery management system, फॉर योर टेलीमैटिक्स का जो न्यू अपडेट है उसके लिए जो टाइप्स है, दिस इज व्हाट Precall इज डूइंग एट द मोमेंट. तो ये टाइप्स चल रहे हैं अभी. This is the first thing. Second thing that we have to remember is that कि अगर ऐसा होता है, so because the company is going through a growth curve right now, so that can be the best outcome for the business. But अब second क्या है कि if Minda keeps acquiring more and more stake, तो प्रॉब्लम क्या आएगी उस सिनेरियो में कि जो कॉर्पोरेट लेवल पे प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, बिकॉज द कंपनी इज लॉन्चिंग न्यूअर प्रोडक्ट्स, कंपनी इज एस्टैब्लिशिंग न्यूअर बिजनेस. इफ द एग्जिस्टिंग प्रमोटर गेट्स टू नो कि यार हम तो वैसे ही इस बिजनेस से हाथ धोने, मतलब वी आर गोइंग टू लूज द बिजनेस, तो उस सिनेरियो में देयर कुड बी एन आउटकम वेयर योर बिजनेस ग्रोथ एंड योर बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी गेट्स डिरेल्ड एंड हायर अनसर्टेनिटी आ जाएगी. So these are two scenarios which possibly can play out. But one thing is for sure, अगर competitor आके if he's just buying, if what the competitor is saying कि 400 crores का it's an investment which is purely meant for 400 crores का as in financial investment because we think the company will do well, then in third scenario it means that the competitor is also very, very bullish on your business. But if it's a second scenario, then your thesis will get thesis will be broken down and possibly you will have to end up selling the stock. तो यही तीन सिनेरियो हो सकते हैं, and because investing is a probabilistic field, so these are the three scenarios you also have to think about. But definitely business is growing well and it is because newer products are also coming. तो ऑटो एक्सपो पे कई लोग गए थे, तो स्कटलबट ये था कि ऑटो एक्सपो जिन्होंने न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स they have showcased, they have received very, very good feedback from the clients on them. But again, what we have talked about or what we have discussed, ki incremental ROE, ROC is going up, but these are the three scenarios which can pan out. So was Pricol's case clear after this? Was the case particularly clear after this? Clear हुआ कि scenario क्या हो सकते हैं, right? So you won't get uncertainty. आप uncertainty में you won't do anything, but these are the three scenarios that can happen, right? Great. Great. So all दो तीन businesses पे आते हैं, तो CCL products पे आते हैं, which a lot of tribe members, I must say, Dr. Vimal Agarwal wrote a very good report. Pooja, she wrote a very good report. I think अभी तक मैं 15 reports ही check कर पाया हूँ. Actually 40-50 है. So more than 15 reports I haven't been able to read as of now because Sunday के screener session के लिए भी we are preparing for all of you. So I think CCL के case में one thing that is good is कि इनकी volume growth has finally come back after so many years, right? तो जस्ट एवरीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, क्योंकि आपने सीसीएल पढ़ा होगा, तो सीसीएल का प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहा है, कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहा है प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी? प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी इज गोइंग फ्रॉम 38,000 टू ऑलमोस्ट 77,000 टन्स के आसपास, राइट? तो फ्रॉम 38,000 टू 77,000 टन्स, so basically they're more than doubling the production capacity. कंजम्पशन बिजनेसेस जब हमने पढ़े थे तो हमारा क्या मेंटल मॉडल है, वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ का क्या मेंटल मॉडल है? व्हाट शुड द वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ बी, इन सिंगल डिजिट्स और डबल डिजिट्स? डबल डिजिट्स, राइट? हमारा कंजम्पशन बिजनेसेस का वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ का क्या एंगल है कि योर वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ शुड बी इन डबल डिजिट्स, राइट? राइट, सो अगर वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ डबल डिजिट में होती है, ओनली रिस्क विच आई सी इन सीसीएल इज क्योंकि इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट और डेप्रिसिएशन बढ़ेगा तो हो सकता है पैट ग्रोथ उतनी तेजी से ना आए. That is the only risk which I see, and this is why I'm actually thinking very hard about the financial model of CCL products. So once it's done, I'll post it for all of you eventually. But that is the only risk which I see. But otherwise, I think they have actually इस quarter के result के बाद they have said कि हमारा next 1 year के लिए capacity booked है, जो हम increment 5,000 tons का capacity वियतनाम में लगा रहे हैं freeze dried coffee का. Even out of that 5,000 tons, 50% of it is booked out already, right? तो अगर ऑलरेडी कैपेसिटी इज बुक्ड आउट है, सो व्हाट इज दैट शोइंग? दैट द बिजनेस हैज वेरी हाई डिग्री ऑफ सर्टेनिटी एट द मोमेंट, कि अगर आपकी कैपेसिटी इज ऑलरेडी बुक आउट हो रही है, राइट? तो आई थिंक इट कुड बी अ स्टेज कि जहां पे हमारा 2011 टू 16 का फेज था बिजनेस में, हो सकता है वैसे फास्ट ग्रोइंग वाले फेज के अंदर सीसीएल में नेक्स्ट 2-3 ईयर्स के लिए एंटर करें. बट ओनली डाउट दैट आई गेट इसकी डेप्रिसिएशन और इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट कितना बढ़ेगा, कहीं ये ना हो कि पैट ग्रोथ ना आए बिजनेस में. That is my only lingering concern with CCL products. Otherwise, तो business has entered a phase of again purple patch, जहाँ पे आपको growth तो business में दिख ही रही है, and also along according to their capex and like growth plans. So this was CCL. Clarity आई CCL पे? Those like the questions. Is it clear CCL पे? Great, great. So ग्रेट. सो पिक्स एंड वेस्ट लाइफ पे आता हूँ, राइट. NIIT पे उसके बाद आता हूँ, राइट. Yeah, so I'll be just concluding the session in another 15-20 minutes max. तो उसके बाद whatever you want to do, you can do. तो पहले आते हैं पिक्स ट्रांसमिशन के केस में. So पिक्स ट्रांसमिशन के केस में currently again, so this is one of the businesses जो एक tracking position में I think होएगा. तो पिक्स ट्रांसमिशन के केस में one thing that we have to realize is कि इनका capex has just gone live, right? So capex has just gone live, due to which क्या होएगा कि business का depreciation बढ़ेगा, प्री ओपेक्स बढ़ेगा. प्री ओपेक्स माने कि एम्प्लॉइज ज्यादा हायर करोगे तो एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट बढ़ेगा, राइट. एंड थर्ड थिंग दैट वी हैव टू रियलाइज कि बहुत ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर नहीं है मैनेजमेंट की साइड से. तो कोई IR नहीं है, कोई कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल नहीं है. सो ओनली थिंग दैट वी कैन रिलाई ऑन इज क्रेडिट रेटिंग्स एंड व्हाटएवर डिस्क्लोजर्स द मैनेजमेंट्स गिव आउट. तो यहाँ अगर हम क्रेडिट रेटिंग में यहाँ पे अगर हम आके देखते हैं तो आई थिंक ओवर हियर, so I think like so there is an update on completion of capex. तो capex जो लगा था कि सितंबर में कंप्लीट होएगा, that capex actually got completed on your so ये capex started in like almost February 2021 and capex complete कब हुआ है? Almost like February 10th February 2023. तो माने after almost 2 years your capex got completed. but जो capex का impact है, क्या वो all of a sudden आएगा या फिर वो धीरे धीरे आएगा? That is what we have to check in Pix case. And whosoever lives in Nagpur, I will highly suggest that you go to the AGM as well this time. जो I think अभी तो थोड़ा टाइम है AGM में होने में, अगस्त के आसपास होगी, तो अभी 4-5 महीने हैं और AGM में. बट AGM में जाके भी जरूर इन्फॉर्मेशन ढूंढिए कि क्या यहाँ पे कैपेक्स का अपटिक है या नहीं है. बिकॉज अगेन इफ जो कैपेसिटी है, दैट कैपेसिटी दे बिल्ड फॉर 700 करोड़ टाइप ऑफ बिजनेस. एंड अभी कितना सेल है? 477 करोड़ का, राइट. तो अगर मार्जिन वापस 25-26% हो जाते हैं, पूरा कैपेक्स फुलफिल हो जाता है नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स में, आई डोंट थिंक कि 1-2 क्वार्टर में यहाँ पे बहुत फास्ट ग्रोथ आएगी. दिस इज अ स्लो ग्रोइंग बिजनेस टाइप की 15-20% टाइप ग्रोथ बिजनेस. अगर कैपेक्स के कंप्लीशन बाद, दिस वोंट बी अ 15-30-35% ग्रोइंग बिजनेस इन 1 or 2 years. बिकॉज ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड सजेस्ट कि ग्रोथ हैज बीन वेरी वेरी स्लो ओवर हियर. अगर आप यहाँ देखेंगे तो ग्रोथ क्या रही है? 24-18%, उससे पहले 16%, बट 2019 से ग्रोथ हैज एक्चुअली पिक्ड अप अ बिट. उससे पहले स्लो ग्रोइंग बिजनेस था. आई थिंक 15-20% ग्रोथ पे वंस योर कैपेक्स गेट्स यूटिलाइज्ड, तो ऐसे बिजनेस में यू हैव टू टेक 2-3-4 ईयर कॉल्स, बिकॉज यू कांट हैव अ क्वार्टर टू क्वार्टर तक स्टोरी ऐसे बिजनेस में. तो ये चीज आपको सोचनी पड़ेगी. बट हैज देयर समथिंग ड्रास्टिकली गॉन रॉन्ग इन द बिजनेस? At least as of now to no, because this is the journey of all small caps, right? Ki where your growth seems to be slower sometimes, then it picks up, then it goes into a slow phases. So as such business के साथ something drastically hasn't gone wrong, but capex का जो commercialization है, that has just happened. So this was with Pix, right? So Pix का clear हुआ, जिसका doubt था Pix का, is the doubt clear on Pix? Great. So Pix हो गया हमारा, GFL रह गया, right. So when is a good time to enter? When the capex is announced or the capex is completed? So Shamsher, how I think about it is sometimes I just take a lower allocation position or a tracking position in companies where lesser information is given, and I prefer to pyramid up once your results start coming or once your thesis starts playing out. But अगर और भी discipline चाहिए तो you have to do the ground research so solid that you don't get scared out of 10-20% volatility. अगर नहीं scare out हो रहे, like someone at Pix AGM came who actually did so much ground research that he only owned one stock in his entire portfolio, that was Pix for last 4 years, because his ground research is such that he's not scared about it, right? कि ऊपर जाए नीचे जाए, he isn't scared. I think उसका buying price भी अभी 80-90 रुपए के आसपास होएगा, और उसके उनके buying के बाद भी price I think went down 10-20-30%. So he was like, I wasn't scared because my ground research was such. So either perfect your ground research in such companies where lack of information is there, or actually start pyramiding up once your thesis starts playing out, or when you go to AGM and you have first source of information in such businesses. तो शमशेर क्लियर हुआ इससे? इस पॉइंट से क्लियर हुआ काफी? Great. So apart from that, right, MCX का business, I'll just take MCX. So MCX के business में क्या case है? I think this is one of the businesses where option volumes are literally exploding. I think 2 or 3 crore की option volumes थी, which has gone beyond 30 crores now, right? So growth is really fast in MCX. Problem क्या है? वो software, they are switching software from 63 Moon to TCS. अब वो सॉफ्टवेयर इंप्लीमेंटेशन में इशू चल रहा है कि वो टीसीएस वाले सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं इंप्लीमेंट कर पा रहे, due to which every quarter they have to come and pay 63 moon exorbitant money. Just look at this. Everyone in the comment section with me. Margin इनका 50% से इस quarter कहाँ गया? This quarter what was the margin for them? Margin, everyone should participate. Margin 50% से कहाँ गया? 22% के आसपास, right? And this is one of the businesses where your growth is coming, like it's literally exploding because of option volumes, right? अगर आप option volumes इनकी PPT में आके देखेंगे, so I think also this is one of the businesses with जो भी इनकी किसी भी analyst के साथ call होती है तो ये उसमें से data दे देते हैं निकाल के. I think presentation, right? So investor presentation, just look at the option volumes for the business, right? Just look at this. I'll just show it to you over here, right? अगर आप average daily turnover देखेंगे option का, अगर आप like notional turnover और daily premium turnover देखते हैं, तो you'll just get an idea कि how high it is going and how it is exploding, right? So I think almost अगर if you just check the data out from 90 crores, but average daily like your average daily premium turnover has like your notional turnover has gone from 90 crores to almost 30,114 crores by FY23 December end. Right. Near-term issue, TCS software implementation issue. This is why your EBITDA margins are impacted. Is business में, I think money can only be made when near headwind कौन सी headwind है near? TCS का क्या? Software implementation issue. Can everyone write it? Software issue. What happens if software issue goes away? If software issue goes away, again your margins will go to 45-46% types, right? And that is again the issue कि अगर आप sales growth देखेंगे, this time it was 60%, but your EBITDA growth was impacted 50% quarter on quarter because your EBITDA margins like went to trash. तो यहीं पे आपका probability और आपका position sizing framework आता है play में. If you think that the issue might go away in next 2 quarters because demo testing has started and they're saying कि 2 quarters से और time नहीं होना चाहिए, and we have given ultimatum to TCS by June, July 2023 it should be implemented. This is where your framework of position sizing comes in. This is why I'm telling you कि position sizing सबसे खास चीज है, बाकी सब बकवास है. हो सकता है वो किसी स्टॉक में लॉस हो, किसी स्टॉक में बहुत गेन हो, बट इफ आपकी पोजीशन साइजिंग सही नहीं है तो दैट लॉस विल बिकम अ ह्यूज लॉस और दैट गेन विल रिमेन अ मिनिस्क्यूल गेन. तो यू आर सीइंग दैट देयर इज एन इशू. तो ये यहाँ पे आती है प्रोबेबिलिटी कि शायद से अगर वो इशू रिजॉल्व हो गया, राइट, सो देन यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग व्हाट, अगर 144 करोड़ पे 50% EBITDA मार्जिन आया था, योर EBITDA वुड हैव बीन 77 करोड़, राइट. This 64 crores would have become 77 crores and still your option volumes are expanding. The way option volumes are expanding wouldn't be surprising कि अगर software issue चले जाते हैं तो 400 crores का EBITDA ये business करे. And also because it's an exchange business, तो सारा EBITDA will flow down to your cash flow from operations, ex of taxes, right? So if this issue goes away, then you stand to make very, very good returns or very, very good re-rating possibly could happen in the business. But if it doesn't go away, अगर ये persist करता है issue, तो ये भी हो सकता है कि structurally your margins go lower because 63 moon starts milking them for money. So this is where your position sizing comes in. This is what the fun of investing is. यहाँ तो let the business leave the business alone. You're thinking यार मेरे को loss of capital नहीं चाहिए. But if you really want to play it, तो अपना 3-6-9 वाला framework use करो ना, या 2-4-6-8 वाला use करो, right? 3 to 6%, 2 to 4% to 6%, right? Apply your position sizing framework with the risk that you're taking, because if it works out, could be a 1-2 bagger types. If it doesn't work out, could be a 30-40% drawdown from it, because business will adjust to a new normal. So this is how you have to think about marrying your position sizing with your risk framework in mind. Clarity आई MCX के ऊपर? Everyone in the comment section, clarity आई MCX के ऊपर? This is why position sizing is the most important thing in life, right? Great. So apart from like MCX, so I'll just take 2-3 more businesses. Then there's actually like for exclusive tribe, like for the experienced tribe members, we are also creating one more Telegram group. जहाँ पे like we'll be posting all these EDX, V-stop indicators and also like your financial models जहाँ पे जिनको और advanced और serious होना है journey में. So that is one thing that we'll also introduce to you today. So that is one thing that we'll discuss. But आगे जाने से पहले let's go to SRF and let's also go to Gujarat Fluorochemicals. I think now SRF के business में I think again this quarter results everyone was fearing the worst. But if you look at what has happened is that EBIT of the chemical business has further grown. Has further grown from where? From 517 crores to 564 crores quarter on quarter. Right? Year on year from 419 crores to 564 crores, which implies a 30% type growth. Almost 30% growth EBIT में chemical business के SRF के IES type पे, right? So almost 30% type growth आई. So what is the risk? What are the issues? Some people are saying कि margins might not sustain. It might go back to 27-28%. It might go to 30% type. See, SRF type business में ये हो सकता है कि एक साल कोई पैसा ना बने. But if you're looking at it literally like very long term point of view, because the moat is established, तो actually वो तो अच्छा ही होएगा यार long term investors के लिए ऐसे businesses में. ये ऐसे businesses में actually it is good for long term investing कि अगर एक साल नहीं return बनता है, it goes into a time consolidation period. Right, so your P ratio will again become very, very like normalized, right? Just look at how the earnings have grown for the business. I think from 12 rupee EPS, now in a quarter they report like your 75 rupee EPS types. Right, so this is what I think पूरे साल का वो EPS होएगा इसके अंदर. So from 12 rupee type EPS, your yearly EPS has gone to 75 rupees. Right, so this is the power of very long-term compounding or long-term thinking in a few businesses. ऐसे businesses को आप quarter से quarter तक अगर देख रहे हैं तो मे बी शायद से जो व्यू में जो आपका देखने का नजरिया शायद से वो फ्लॉड हुए उसके अंदर. बिकॉज ऐसे बिजनेस में हमेशा 1 year का वॉलिटिलिटी आ सकता है, 1 year का लाइक टाइम कंसोलिडेशन पीरियड आ सकता है. एंड अगेन फॉलो योर सिस्टम राइट इन सच अ बिजनेस बिकॉज रिजल्ट वाइज तो रिजल्ट्स वर रियली गुड दिस टाइम एज वेल. प्रॉब्लम क्या चल रही है इसके बिजनेस में, वो पैकेजिंग वाले बिजनेस में. दिस इज व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू कि गुड न्यूज and great prices won't come together. Bad news and good prices can come together, but you need to have a solid view कि business आज से 5 साल बाद भी रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा. Is this clear? कि business 5 years out will it remain or not? Is it clear? Right. Great. So this is how you have to think about it, right? So is bari again, if you look at the packaging business, that business has been going through like EBIT contraction from 295 crores to 119 crores. But feel क्यों नहीं हुआ consolidated level पे? अगर आप consol basis पे EBIT देखते हैं तो still it has been sustained मोटा मोटा. Feel क्यों नहीं हुआ? Because your chemical business picked up the baton, whereas your packaging business went down the drain. So this is where conglomerate structure also helps you, right? But I'm pretty sure a chemical business SRF का अलग से होता तो इसको भी PI Industries वाला 44-45 times P ratio मिल रहा था. But again, this is what happens in businesses. So in some businesses, I think आपको quarter से quarter तक track करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You just need to track कि yearly क्या हो रहा है business में. Probably SRF might be in one of those categories because track record, if you look at the execution, right? Just look at the amount of EBIT that has grown from, just look at in 2014 जब AgChem ने इन्होंने start करा था 191 crores, today almost 1400 crores in a period of less than 8 or 9 years, right? So again 7x EBIT, right? That is how you need to think about a few businesses. Packaging वाला business हो सकता है एक साल और ना चले, but again एक साल का अगर time consolidation होता है, so probably good for long-term investors. Another one is Gujarat Fluorochemicals. I think again for the business, I'll just give you an honest admission. It is one of the hardest business to model because बहुत सारे moving levers हैं. एक PTFE है, एक PVDF है, FKM है, FEP है, PPF है, like sorry PFA है and PPE करके एक और एक बात चीज है, PPF या PPE करके. So I'll have an honest admission कि I don't know how to model it because मेरे को नहीं पता कि ये margin 37 जाएगा, 40 भी जा सकता है क्योंकि PTFE के prices और बढ़ गए, या 35 आएगा, या 36 जाएगा, या 42 जाएगा. That is the honest admission I'll admit in front of you. तो ऐसे businesses जहाँ पे मैं model ही नहीं कर सकता business को and जहाँ पे growth काफी तेजी से आ रही है, again, what is the way to control your risk? Everyone in the comment section, what is the way to control the risk? The way to control the risk is always position sizing according to your buy and sell framework, right? तो मेरा कोई शॉर्ट टर्म व्यू नहीं है ऐसे बिजनेस पे, बिकॉज आई नो कि शॉर्ट टर्म में बहुत ज्यादा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट सबको आ सकती है, बिकॉज द वे थिंग्स आर पैनिंग आउट इन द ओवरऑल मार्केट्स, राइट? राइट, सो पोजीशन साइजिंग एंड योर सी, बहुत ऑनेस्ट एडमिशन है। सो अब कल को ये ना सोचे कि इफ द स्टॉक डज रियली वेल, 6-7 हजार का स्टॉक हो जाता है, तो अब ये ना सोचे कोई जीनियस थी इसको देखने में, अगर स्टॉक कल को 2000 या 2500 का रह जाता, तो अब ये ना सोचे कि यार स्टॉक में हम फंस गए। मैं तो आपके सामने पहले ही ऑनेस्टली बता रहा हूँ कि इट्स अ डिफिकल्ट बिजनेस टू मॉडल, राइट? बिकॉज दैट इट इज व्हाट इट इज, बट जो न्यू एज फ्लोरोपॉलीमर्स की अपॉर्चुनिटी है, दैट पार्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस इज रियली ग्रोइंग वेल, राइट? तो अगर हम वैल्यू पिकर पे आके, इफ यू जस्ट लुक एट दिस, समवन एक्चुअली वो लाइक जो हमारा एक्सपोर्ट डेटा है उसमें से समवन एक्चुअली went to like your Ministry of Commerce website and basically checked the entire exports. Just look at this, right? So I'll just actually show this to you. The new age fluoropolymers का जो export and जो capacities है, right, where it is going and what is happening over here and why. This is the reason why I think thesis ही यही है पूरा invested रहने की फिलहाल, but risk पता है कि क्या है. Just look at this. So Ram has been doing good work and he's posted yet your new age fluoropolymer business का export data. Just look at. तो April 2023 में क्या एक्सपोर्ट था? 171 किलोस का पर मंथ. जो दिसंबर में कितना हो गया? 400 किलोस का. तो माने पूरे साल का कैपेसिटी रन रेट क्या है? एवरीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, पूरे साल का क्या कैपेसिटी रन रेट है? 400 किलोस इंटू 12 कितना रन रेट है? कितना रन रेट है? एवरीवन पार्टिसिपेट. ज्यादा 10 मिनट से और ज्यादा नहीं लूंगा, बिकॉज अब आई थिंक सबको सोना है यार, किसी को डिनर पे जाना है, राइट? ग्रेट. ऑलमोस्ट 4.8 थाउजेंड टन के आसपास का ऑलमोस्ट कैपेसिटी है, राइट? तो सी, हाँ, टू डिफिकल्ट बॉक्स पे क्यों नहीं डाला? सिंपल रीजन बताता हूँ. अगर ईयरली रन रेट 4.8 थाउजेंड टन कैपेसिटी का है, what is the capacity going to? Everyone in the comment section, capacity जहाँ कहाँ पे रही है पोस्ट एक्सपेंशन, जिसने GFL की वीडियो देखी? So capacity is going to 18,000 plus tons per annum, right? So capacity is going to 18,000 tons per annum, right? तो आइडिया क्या है कि अब we don't know कि how much the new age fluoropolymer business scales, but that is supposedly, अगर according to real research reports, 40% plus EBITDA margin business है. 36.75 crores का अगर export monthly has gone to 91.08 crores, तो yearly export run rate already 1080 crores पे, right? And if your capacity expands by 3 or 4x, you can just get an idea of what the growth run rate could be, right? In your like new age fluoropolymers. That is what I'll just say from my side, right? This is probably part of the reason that why I particularly like, अगेन डिस्क्लेमर है, आपको नहीं करना इन्वेस्ट, आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा तो आप दूर चले जाइए, बट इस वजह से मैं इसमें इन्वेस्टेड हूँ क्योंकि आई एम जस्ट ट्रैकिंग द न्यू एज फ्लोरोपॉलीमर थिंग. इज इट क्लियर? क्लियर हुआ ये चीज, राइट? ग्रेट. तो ग्रेट. तो इसके अलावा आई थिंक और अगर हम बिजनेसेस देखते हैं अपनी इस लिस्ट में, तो कंज्यूमर सो कुछ बिजनेसेस जो भी रिसेंटली मैंने इसमें अपडेट करे हैं, सो वन इज AGI ग्रीन पैक, जो इंडिया में सेकंड लार्जेस्ट ग्लास प्रोड्यूसर है. सो ये बिजनेस हमें पढ़ना चाहिए, बिकॉज अभी अगेन जस्ट स्टडीइंग इट, तो कोई कॉन्क्रीट व्यू नहीं है, बट इट इज अक्वायरिंग one of the 6 companies in your glass manufacturing and it will make it the largest manufacturer of glass in India. Commodity है थोड़ा element, but because it is manufacturing liquor bottles, pharma bottles and stuff, तो वहां पे एक entry barrier भी है कि कोई कॉपी ना हो. संदूर मैग्नीज का आज एक मैग्नीज के प्रोडक्शन के डबल के लिए भी आज एक अप्रूवल आ गया उनका. आयरन ओर का कैपेसिटी तो 3x जा ही रहा है, तो ट्रिगर्स आर देयर, but again you need to track the business. So Sandur Manganese is also one of the businesses that you should study independently. तो अभी तो हमने पीबी फिनटेक और सीसीएल दिया था. नेक्स्ट होमवर्क में मैं आपको संदूर मैग्नीज, एजीआई ग्रीन पैक, these are the two businesses which I'm giving you. तो इन दो businesses पे you prepare research reports, you study about them, read the SOIC checklist and apply the SOIC checklist. So Sandur Magnesium, AGI Green Pack, and finally Narayana Udyalaya. So these are the three businesses we will take in the next round of learnings. It is Sandur Magnesium, AGI Green Pack and Narayana Udyalaya. So recently I think Mirza का भी demerger हो रहा है, तो वो भी track करना पड़ेगा हमें, क्योंकि footwear business में that's the only one, and Metro, only two businesses have shown growth in footwear business. That is Mirza and Metro. Others have shown, like Relaxo, you've seen the results. Bata, you've seen the results. तो जहाँ पे obvious strength है, like fundamental strength है results में, उन businesses को हम जाके पढ़ेंगे. So one is Mirza, second one is Metro brands. Then Sindoor Magnesium and AGI Green Pack. So these four businesses you can study. तो homework में क्या है? Sindoor Magnesium, AGI Green Pack, and Narayana Udyalaya. So these are the three businesses we'll study as a part of our homework, right? कौन से three businesses हैं? Everyone in the comment section again. Three businesses कौन से? NH, Sindoor and Sindoor Magnesium. हाँ, NIT पे भी आ रहा हूँ, बालाजी माइंस पे भी आता हूँ, राइट? तीन दोनों पे आता हूँ, गेल पे भी आता हूँ, कुछ आता हूँ, पूजा पे. Westlife is also there. अभी जो अलर्ट्स है ट्रेडिंग व्यू पे, सिर्फ जस्ट गिव मी टाइम टिल संडे. संडे को देयर इज अ मास्टर क्लास ऑन ट्रेडिंग व्यू. 2.5 घंटे का सेशन होएगा, जैसे अभी स्क्रीनर पे मास्टर क्लास थी यूट्यूब पे, सेम वे में ट्रेडिंग व्यू सिखा दूंगा. ऑल योर डाउट्स विल गेट सॉल्व्ड, एवरीथिंग विल गेट सॉल्व्ड. ग्रेट. हाँ, Equitas होल्ड को के आज ही आई थिंक वी सेंट ईमेल की कब आएंगे शेयर्स, तो आई थिंक दे रिप्लाइड कि 2 March को द स्टॉक्स विल गेट लाइक डिपॉजिटेड इन द डीमैट. इज इट क्लियर? 2 March आई थिंक दे रिप्लाइड टू अस, वी सेंट देम डे बिफोर यस्टरडे. इज इट क्लियर? ग्रेट. Great. So I think 2 March का this is what they like told us on the email. So that is that. So I'll just share this with you. So coming to Westlife पे आते हैं, right? So Westlife पे आते हैं. So again QSR sector में this time see Westlife का आपको P multiple will look very elevated because of higher depreciation and stuff. But Westlife type business को either you look at EV to cash flow or price to cash flow, and this we have studied in basically why so in our like your valuation webinar already. But इस quarter में I think out of all the QSR companies, Westlife had the most impressive growth, that is about 28.23% with almost margin sustaining. Right, so there are multiple levers for Westlife going forward over the next 3-4 years. First lever that there is कि जो breakfast of McDonald's है, which usually people don't like, is still in 30% of the stores. So once it goes to 70 to 80% of the stores, even if it incrementally adds to the sales, right? You know these things are just EBITDA, right? So it's a very high gross margin business. क्योंकि दुकान लग चुकी है, अब उसमें से क्या करनी है? सेल ही निकालनी है. Second thing that is happening is that McCafe is opening in each and every one of their McDonald's in Western and Southern India. Like anyone here from Western and Southern India in the comment section? Right, so McCafe देखे आजकल हर उसके अंदर खुल रहा है, right? Each store और 300 रुपए की कॉफी है, 200 रुपीज की कॉफी है, 150 की भी है, right? So that is what is happening. ना तो वेजिटेरियन भी मिलता है McDonald's में, it's not कि just non-vegetarian मिलता है. So again that is what is happening. And finally, like what is happening with McChicken is like your like fried chicken, is that fried chicken is actually coming to 50 lakh to 1 crore rupees of sales per annum in Southern India stores. So now that is also spreading to all of your Western India. Can anyone tell me how many McDonald's are there in Hong Kong? Can anyone give me this answer? How many McDonald's are there in Hong Kong? Answer is 535 McDonald's. There are 535 McDonald's in Hong Kong. And in Western and Southern India, currently there are somewhere close to, I think if I'm not mistaken, 320 to 350 type McDonald's, and they're going to double the store count along with margins expanding because they're doing all these gourmet burgers and stuff. 300 रुपए के मैकडॉनल्ड्स पे बर्गर आने लग गया, 250 रुपए के. Has anyone tried those mac cheese and stuff, वो जो गोरमे बर्गर्स आ रहे हैं in the comment section? दिल्ली वाले को तो मिलता नहीं बेचारे हमें तो, but have you tried? Right. So those who have tried, like they can get an idea. अभी नॉर्थ इंडिया वाला भी अच्छा हो जाएगा because Moon Beverages has acquired it, right? So this is what is happening. But ऐसे business में you need to have a 3-4 year call because this is growing perhaps the fastest as compared to other QSR chains. Simple reason, two simple things. Sapphire और देवयानी में same problem होने वाली है जो आपके Jubilant Foodworks में हुई है. Now this takes a lot of tracking of the sector to get an idea of, and I've been tracking the space. I think so one of the first sectors I started tracking when basically I was working at Perfect Research. देवयानी और सफायर में वो प्रॉब्लम होने वाली है जो आज जुबिलेंट फूडवर्क्स में प्रॉब्लम है. रिमेंबर दिस. क्या प्रॉब्लम है जुबिलेंट फूडवर्क्स में? जुबिलेंट फूडवर्क्स kept on adding more and more stalls. You keep adding more and more stalls, but you're not focusing on same store sales growth, right? Do this homework. Take Jubilant Foodworks, Sapphire, Devyani, and Westlife, and just look at which company has had the fastest same store sales growth. Store लग चुका है, उस store से कितनी growth हो रही है? You will find that Westlife's number is the highest as compared to them. So Sapphire and Devyani, even though they're opening more and more stores, but what will end up happening if your triple SG isn't growing, then once your store addition falls, then your growth stagnates. जो Jubilant Foodworks में इस time पे precisely हो, right? This is why tracking a sector over a period of time, it gives you a lot of insights. And I think जो QSR sector में we covered like your Varun Beverages and this one. I think उसमें one thing that we didn't cover was, which probably is a miss now looking at it, is that vector foods, which we should have like studied as well. But again, idea is that once you're looking at the sector, have a key understanding of the metrics. And you've already seen what the sales guidance is. He almost, I think, जो उनका FY27 का plan है, that 4,500 to 5,000 crores of sale with 8 to 10% profit after tax margin. So your PAT will literally explode from 100 crores to 450 to 500 crores type over next 3 to 4 years, right? I don't know what multiple it will get अगर 500 crore का PAT होता है, because in the heydays, Jubilant Foodwork was getting 60x P multiple on its PAT, right? क्या like on its normalized PAT, वैसे तो 250 तक भी मिला था, which was beyond stupidity. But यहाँ पे अगर आप देखेंगे तो heydays में 74 types का मिलता था. So if they do 500 crore PAT and if like things remain well, if markets are conducive, yeah, if you're looking for more margin of safety, wait for 10-20% type correction. But fundamentally, I think business is better performing than all the other QSR chains, and they're also adding store along with QS or along with SSG growth. Is it clear in the comment section? Westlife की story. Great, great. अभी Westlife I don't own, but I'm very interested in this because अभी उस sector में बस already Varun Beverages है consumption में, right? But this is very interesting. I think वो मेरी bench वाली जो list होती है ना, substitute वाली list, उसमें already है. Maybe if I start getting incremental cash, so I might start adding there. जैसे अभी like one of the hospitals we've been adding, like because वहाँ पे time correction हो गया अभी last 5-6 months से, but ROE 30% चल रहा है. So that is what we've been doing. So this is that. Now see, idea is कि already see SOIC membership में we have a lot of content made, and secondly SOIC Telegram group पे भी we keep sharing more and more information with you. But for those who are very serious, who want an update on businesses, who are tracking these businesses, we are also making a separate Telegram group as well, which will be a third Telegram group, which is just meant for SOIC tribe members. And currently we will be just experimenting with a group of 100 tribe members, right? Because we want to see कि हम कितना maximum value add कर सकते हैं उसमें, कि जैसे अगर Westlife में कोई भी news आ रही है, right? So that we'll share. अगर कोई भी इसका financial model है, that we'll share. अगर कोई भी financial model PB fintech है, that we'll share. We stop alerts and all these things we'll be sharing in that group. And so that will be a that is a group, that is a subscription based group we'll be making for next 2 years. And I'll just share the link with you in the comment section with all of you if you want to like subscribe to it. So this is just for SOIC tribe members and like not for anyone else, because I think अभी आपका थोड़ा experience बढ़ गया होगा और like being with SOIC. normal SOIC Telegram group पे all posts will keep coming, but this one will be more and more posts linked to businesses and linked to like your financial modeling. Post basically registering, you'll get access within 24 to 48 hours to the group, and it is currently only meant for 100 tribe members. We'll keep expanding it slowly, but I've shared the link with all of you in the comment section below. Have you received it in the comment section? Great. So with this, I'm open to take all of your questions, and whatever questions that you have, you can whatever questions that you have, you can just ask them to me. This will be a group for 2 years. I think 2 years ke liye hoega, and after like, so we'll be so this is purely meant for the experienced tribe members. For the next 2 years, we'll be actually going to a more advanced extent over there. So we'll be sharing कि इस financial model में ये assumption क्यों आई, V-stop के पीछे अगर इस वाले में V-stop trigger हो रहा है, so we'll share those updates over there. So it will be like literally what I'm studying is what I'll be sharing over there, and normal Telegram group में भी we'll be sharing all the key insights. So access will be given in next 24 to 48 hours. Right. So any other questions that you have, I'll be willing to take. So Gaurav has a question. Syngene views, Ishmoit, can you discuss about Syngene, any financial model that you have related to it? So Gaurav, Syngene ke case mein, I think what you have to remember is that Syngene ke case mein is that currently, I think the thing is कि इनका जो Mangalore वाला plant है, that is still not US FDA audited. And US FDA audit they'll get in Q2 or Q3 of FY24, right? And audit के बाद भी their plant ramp up will be a bit gradual and a bit slow as well. So I think Syngene के case में see pharma businesses में इस बार ही क्या हुआ है कि margin contraction है, but Syngene के case में नहीं है. But again, Syngene के case में if you just look at it, it has gone through a period of prolonged consolidation phase. Your V-stop has consolidated, right? And your ADX इसमें अभी तक buy indicator basically to average up नहीं आया. ऐसे business में simply what you can do is that there are 2 or 3 things to average upon your positions. What you can do is that first thing that you can do is that I'll just apply this, right? First thing that you can do is that in like Syngene type business. So first thing that you can do is that you can average up into the business once your ADX actually goes above 20 types, right? अगर 20 types अगर आपको monthly पे जा रही है तो तब आप average up कर सकते हैं. I think ऐसे भी scenario में जा रही है. बट इस बिजनेस में अभी फिलहाल क्या जो प्रॉब्लम चल रही है कि आपको ऑपरेटिंग लेवरेज इज येट टू प्ले आउट. बिजनेस क्वालिटी इज वेरी गुड, एंड आई थिंक ऐसे बिजनेस का जो डबलिंग होता है वो हमेशा 6 months में ही हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट 2 quarters टाइप में ही डबल हो जाते हैं बिजनेसेस. आई थिंक तो ऐसा ही होता है. बट जब तक आपका पूरा ऑपरेटिंग लेवरेज डजंट किक इन, सो प्रोबेबली दिस विल रिमेन इन साइडवेज कंसोलिडेशन फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. India Bull Housing Finance, Ashish, I won't talk about that group basically because governance issues. Apart from that, like you've seen what has happened with India Bull Real Estate, right? So India Bull Real Estate, what has happened with it? So कितने लोग India Bull Real Estate में invested थे over here? In the comment section, did anyone invest in India Bull Real Estate? Did anyone? And are you still holding it? Is anyone still holding it? Right. So same India Bull Real Estate, same thing. Abhi, I'll just also discuss with Piramal Pharma. Right. So again, Piramal Pharma and India Bull Real Estate. So Piramal Pharma, I think, was one of the mistakes. I analyzed the business 6 months ago. So also like talking to you about it. So post the listing, 2 things that they did were very, very actually corporate governance में issue था कि first thing that they did, किसने check करा कि इन्होंने inventory write off करा? How many of you checked कि that they did an inventory write off? Right? So how many of you checked that they did an inventory write off in the first con call after listing? Right? So इन्वेंट्री राइट ऑफ का क्या मतलब कि आप कहने की वो इन्वेंट्री की वैल्यू थी नहीं जितने वो बता रहे थे. जितना हमारे ने पहले स्टेट करा था उतनी इन्वेंट्री की वैल्यू नहीं है. अगर 100 करोड़ की इन्वेंट्री स्टेटेड थी, असली इन्वेंट्री 40 करोड़ की, तो 60 करोड़ का इन्वेंट्री राइट ऑफ कर दिया. राइट. So that is just a hypothetical example. Then second कॉन कॉल में आते क्या करा, इन्होंने ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स के लिए प्रोविजंस क्रिएट करे कि जो कस्टमर से हमें पैसे आने थे वो पैसे नहीं आ रहे, वो दैट मनी हैज गॉन डाउन द ड्रेन. So two things that Piramal did: inventory write-off and trade receivables provisioning. I think these were accounting red flags, and that is first inventory write-off pay. That is the point of time a business should be like disposed of. अगर ऐसा होता है तो अभी करेंटली बेसिस पे क्या आएगा, क्योंकि डेट बहुत है तो राइट्स इशू आएगा और आपका इक्विटी बहुत ज्यादा ब्लोट हो जाएगा. एंड एज योर इक्विटी बेस ब्लोट्स, व्हाट विल हैपन कि अर्निंग्स पर शेयर विल गो डाउन इवन फर्दर. एंड अगर अर्निंग्स पर शेयर गोज डाउन इवन फर्दर, देन यू आर अगेंस्ट द हिल. यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट कि ईपीएस ग्रोथ भी आएगी बट यू आर एक्चुअली वॉकिंग अगेंस्ट द हिल बिकॉज योर अर्निंग, योर नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स आउटस्टैंडिंग हैव इंक्रीज्ड एंड योर आरओई, आरओसी एंड एवरीथिंग गोज डाउन ओवर हियर, राइट? So I think this is exactly the problem with new listed companies. So position sizing is the only thing which will help you deal with it, because 30-year ka track record is so good, and in 2 quarters you come and do this, right? So what else can you do? Position sizing, deal with it. Be an early seller if you spot something like that. There's nothing else, right? NIT रह गया, राइट? सो NIT रह गया, काफी लोगों ने पूछा. सो NIT के केस में Parag is asking, or who is asking on NIT? Yeah, Ashish, sorry, really sorry, you've been asking for a really long time. So NIT के केस में I think just like other IT companies, so some people ask me कि अभी भी आप IT पे bullish क्यों नहीं हो? Because I think कि some of the like see, जैसे persistent के केस में अभी भी multiple, I think persistent तो I think peak margin और peak euphoria में इस time पे stock है, right? So probably I could be wrong, but even if your demand side worsens a bit, right? So could be very, very massive drawdowns which might happen. NIT के केस में it's a really good business, थोड़ा IT में differentiated है, and this quarter also they grew well, and they're maintaining that 20% EBITDA growth guidance. Probably it's a business worth going even deeper into after this conference call, जो भी recently conclude हुई है. I won't necessarily give I can't give you any buy or sell, but this business is one of the IT businesses that I'm tracking because it's a bit differentiated. मतलब वो सिर्फ services वाला business नहीं रह गया ये. So it's a bit differentiated in terms of providing CLG services and stuff, and business quality भी अच्छी है क्योंकि अभी demerger भी हो रहा है तो SNC business demerge हो जाएगा इसमें से. So it's a business worth doing more work on because of valuation सस्ती है. But see, when you're buying in headwinds, always remember 3 to 4 years का horizon लेके आओ. 3 महीने का लेके आओगे तो खूब पिटाई होगी, 6 महीने का भी लेके आओगे तो और भी पिटाई हो सकती है. When you buy low, time horizon has to expand. It couldn't be that time horizon doesn't expand. Business quality is fantastic, but your time horizon has to be, see, your actions have to match your time horizons. If your actions don't match your time horizons, then again problems will come. But business quality is good over here. Alembic Pharma, Rahul, I don't have any view on Alembic Pharma. Like I don't know if the like US FDA ka jo, sorry, US FDA nahi, if the pricing pressure in basically your US goes away or not. I don't have a view on that point. Just look at the PE ratio. PE ratio results के बाद expand कर गए. क्यों PE ratio expand करे result के बाद? Everyone in the comment section, why has the PE ratio expanded after results? Earnings have dropped, right? So if your earnings dropped, PE ratio expands. What is it? What is the meaning? Ki we really don't know कि when इतना severe PAT erosion में it's a definite cyclical, right? HCG, good question यार HCG पे. So HCG again 1 year के phase में it is going through a period of consolidation, right? And I think somewhere around here I think we also own it in 240, 230 types. I think यही है business में यार, मतलब margin guidance तो सब सही है. Like mature centers are making 28% EBITDA margins, new centers are at 3-4%. As they start inching up, तो overall EBITDA margins can start improving. तो thesis तो हमेशा से वही है. But अब HCG के केस में बस यही है, bear argument क्या है कि your return ratios are bad, right? Because your depreciation is high and stuff is high, so your return ratios are bad. That is only the bear argument over there. But इस case में अगर cash flow improves, if your EBITDA improves, if your margins improve, only then the thesis will completely play out, and actually margins have been improving. तो एक 10 crore का additional consultancy cost है जो last 1-2 quarters में, which will go away after 1 or 2 quarters. But all things being done and said between Narayana and HCG, I think Narayana has all the clean ROE and ROC ratios, which HCG doesn't have. But HCG is very cheap, right? So that is that. So I think loss of capital ka because of cheapness, chance shayad se kam ho. But because both Narayana has superior ROE and ROC, so that is the choice that you have to make, where to position yourself more, Narayana or HCG. So that's how I'm thinking about it. But it's cheap, it's really cheap. I think वो margin of safety बहुत है, so जैसे loss of capital नहीं हुआ. शीला फोम्स आखिर अभी यार बहुत टाइम से देखा नहीं, बट एक टाइम पे बहुत महंगा था. हर्षा इंजीनियरिंग मैंने इस बार रिजल्ट्स ट्रैक नहीं करे अभी तक इस बार ही. आई थिंक रोलेक्स रिंग्स के रिजल्ट्स काफी अच्छे थे. हर्षा आई थिंक इट्स कमिंग बैक टू दैट 25-30p तो पोस्ट लिस्टिंग. तो सी व्हेनेवर सो वी टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस इन वैल्यूएशन वेबिनार कि should we buy a stock when it is freely falling or should we buy it when it goes into a base formation or when should we study? आप लोग बताइए जो वैल्यूएशन वेबिनार में. तो जस्ट लुकिंग एट दिस, इज अ बेस फॉर्मिंग इन हर्षा इंजीनियरिंग? क्या बेस फॉर्मेशन हो रही है अभी? लेट देयर बी लैक ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, लेट द बेस फॉर्मेशन कंप्लीट, ओनली देन आई थिंक स्टार्ट. बिजनेस तो अच्छा है ही, बट अभी हमें नहीं पता ना 30 का भी 20 का जाता है 25 का जाता है. सो लेट्स वेट. Rolex actually surprisingly like posted really good results. I think Rolex results were better this time. Right. Which hospital you have added recently? So Narayana Vidyalaya only Kunal, I think उसी में top up करा है. Right. So other questions? Any questions that you have, please feel free to ask. I'll try to do more such webinars. Like do these webinars add value कि जो हम ऐसे businesses discuss करते हैं post results in the comment section? Right. So we'll keep doing these more and more. या फोन नंबर कोई नहीं है क्योंकि टीम छोटी सी है, तो फोन अगर पूरे दिन उठाते हैं तो नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो आई थिंक मेल यू कैन जस्ट सेंड अस एनीथिंग ऑन द ईमेल्स. क्या BLS इंटरनेशनल का वो जो प्रमोटर एलोकेशन था दैट वाज क्लियरली अ गवर्नेंस इशू? राइट. So what will we get in the additional Telegram group? तो additional Telegram group में क्या होगा यार कि so we'll be posting financial models, your charts we'll keep posting over there. अगर किसी business में कुछ interesting हो रहा है that we'll post. जो हम normal Telegram group में भी post करें, but वहाँ पे just frequency will be a bit higher. That's it. कि कई लोगों को जैसे अगर कोई किसी सेक्टर का बिजनेस नहीं पढ़ना, जैसे PG इलेक्ट्रोप्लास आई थिंक स्क्रीनर्स में 800-900 रुपीज से आ रहे हैं. सो दैट विल पोस्ट ओवर देयर. राइट. सो ऑल थिंग्स विल टीच यू एनीवेज. संडे को तो टेली ट्रेडिंग व्यू में हम सिखा ही रहे हैं, बट दोज थिंग्स विल पोस्ट इन द एडिशनल टेलीग्राम ग्रुप. एंड अभी उसमें बस 100 लोगों का लाइक जो 100 ट्राइब मेंबर्स है, तो उनके लिए वी आर डूइंग इट. सो दैट इज जस्ट ओपन फॉर देम. आई एम जस्ट पोस्टिंग द लिंक अगेन. राइट. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस? Great. So you felt Rainbow has better way forward. I mean, Rainbow is very good यार. मतलब as such तो मतलब I don't, there is no change in view. We own it as well, so there is no change in view. But I think क्योंकि Narayana has fallen to 15x EV to EBITDA, I just think the valuation has gone to like forward पे तो it has become cheap. Like 17 तो वैसी trailing पे है. FY23 के end में ही उतना है. तो I think looks reasonable. Like to me, to my framework, it looks reasonable, right? Axis Bank, Denzel, simple reason यार. Axis Bank के केस में your ROE is 20%, your like 15 to 18% types. Your ROA is as good as ICICI Bank, but your price to book is lower than ICICI Bank. So it's at almost forward pay 2x price to book pay. ICICI is at 2.8, 2.9 times. So I think that discount is unwarranted. This is a simple reason for adding it to the watch list because of valuation arbitrage. Right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Rainbow over earnings. So Pankaj has a question. I think in the Q2 or Q3 is always the best. So Q4 and Q1 are always the worst because of seasonality. So Q4 or Q1 may always like your margins might take some dip, right? So September and December quarters are best. You just see this. and your quarter 1 and quarter 4 even though worst नहीं है, but your quarter 1 and quarter 4 are worse off than quarter 2 and quarter 3. See, अब quarter से quarter तक वाली कहानी करनी है तो वो मेरे को नहीं ज़्यादा समझ आती. But business is good. मतलब actually में business is good, but it's definitely not that cheap as compared to the other hospital. It's not too cheap, but it's not too expensive either. But it's somewhere in the middle. थोड़ा सा expensive side पे हो सकता है वो. But return expectation you have to toggle with along with. Right. So other questions. So Sterling and Wilson, they have missed so many times their guidance that I've even lost track. Sometimes they say कि ऐसा हो जाएगा, वैसा हो जाएगा. This is one of the companies which came out with an IPO and they took the funds and then they gave it off as loans to subsidiaries. And IPO का मकसद क्या था करने का? To reduce debt and to do capex, and that money was given to subsidiaries. So how to trust? मतलब, can you trust in your comment section? What do you think? Right. Sequent view, I think I've already expressed it multiple times now. So Sequent के case में, I think, see, when there is a free fall, should we study it when there's a free fall or when the base forms? Everyone who attended the valuation webinar. शंकरा बिल्डिंग प्रोडक्ट्स को सुजीत एपीएल अपोलो ने खरीद लिया है, तो आई थिंक स्टेक लिया उसके अंदर, तो एपीएल अपोलो के वापस मेजर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर बन गए. Earlier they were going for a home depot type building business, which isn't what like they were like doing correctly. तो because working capital expand हो गया, fixed assets verified नहीं थे, auditor के accounting issues भी थे, so this is why that business didn't do well. Currently they are trying to change, but क्या exit multiple दें, that is something that we are still thinking. Right, तो क्या ग्रोथ होगी, बिकॉज इट्स अ ट्रेडिंग बिजनेस नाउ. मार्जिन्स क्या है इसके? अब मार्जिन्स इतने कम मार्जिन्स कौन से बिजनेस के होते हैं जहाँ पे ट्रेडिंग का एलिमेंट ज्यादा हो. राइट, सो जस्ट अ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर फॉर एपीएल अपोलो नाउ. राइट. हाँ, अल्ट्रामरीन, जस्ट कमल. सो जस्ट कमल, इफ यू जस्ट चेक द टॉप 10 2023 stocks वाला वीडियो ऑन यूट्यूब. So I've covered Ultramarine over there. I've covered South Indian Bank over there. I've covered IIFL Finance. I've covered Equitas Small Finance Bank over there. I've also covered, I'm forgetting probably now, but almost 10 very cheaply valued type businesses. Ultramarine uske andar part hai. So Rajat ji has a question. What do you have sulfur chemistry of DMCC? See, DMCC is at an interesting juncture because एक दो quarter का loss जरूर हुआ है because this time was a production shutdown over there, and all these chemical companies have had a margin hit. But if they scale the business, so it could go to a different direction. But I'm just waiting for base formation. I'll post all the learnings on Telegram group as we keep tracking the business. So I'll keep posting the learnings over here because capex तो हो चुका है. आपका fixed asset में जो भी addition होना था from 108 crores to 237 crores हो चुका है. This is the utilization of capex which hasn't picked up, which will probably start picking up, and that is where it becomes interesting because from bottom margins, if you go to median or mean margins or like higher margins, that is when you end up making like very really good returns. जैसे सुदर्शन उसी category में है, DMCC मिले उस category में, right? So businesses have done well over the years. They have a demonstrated track record, but they've just entered into that pessimism zone. So base formation complete ho, we are tracking it every, मतलब Sudarshan, so I've been tracking it very closely. DMCC and now also I'm like studying again very closely. And I think first 2020 December में we did a session on this. And I think after that 1.5 bagger type तो बना था, 40-50 P पे चला गया था. But now again we are tracking it closely. Once something happens, I'll keep posting on Telegram for you. Great. Any other question? So capex का impact next 2-3 years में नारायणा पे. So Ronak, this is not a greenfield in a new city. This is a greenfield in an existing city where also oncology blocks are being added, which are actually margin accretive. So answer is, I don't know whether the margins will go down by 1% or 2%. But if your sales growth increases to 18-20% types, and because already brands are established in those cities, I don't think it will be too big of an issue if a business takes a hit of 1 year and it gives you a runway for 5 years. So essentially what we are saying is कि मतलब अगर 1 year का pain period और 4-5 year का उससे runway elongate हो जाता है, तो I don't see a reason why is it bad per se. I don't know if how you're looking at it, but अगर new city में नहीं है existing उसी में है, तो I don't have a good answer to that question. मतलब how I am viewing things, your opinion of viewing things could be a bit different. Clear हुआ रौनक इससे थोड़ा? Right. Any other questions? गणेशा इकोस्फेयर वी आर ट्रैकिंग द बिजनेस क्लोजली यार, मतलब अभी तो ट्रैकिंग ही कर रहे हैं बिकॉज आई थिंक अभी इनके जो नया कैपेक्स है उसके लिए कमर्शलाइजेशन और ऑर्डरिंग नहीं आई अभी तक, सो दिस इज व्हाई वी आर जस्ट ट्रैकिंग इट कि once it goes live, once commercial orders start, then we'll check it again. NIT already we have spoken about, right? क्या रेट गेन पढ़ना है, अभी काम नहीं हुआ तो बिना पढ़े कैसे ओपिनियन दे सकता हूँ, आंसर ही नहीं है. टेलीग्राम लिंक here it is राजेश in the comment. So I'll just close the comment section ताकि all the questions I can take, otherwise बहुत तेजी से flow आ रहा है, right? So I'll just take all the questions, right? Right, so all questions. So views on Aarti Pharma and Suven Pharma. Suven Pharma got acquired and they announced a 480, I think 500 crore maintenance capex. So post that, I think we stopped looking at it. I think this was one of the first businesses we covered somewhere close to 180, 170 types. And do all the tribe members remember कि हमने maintenance capex बारे में we have discussed a lot in the comment section. Do you remember? Right. So post maintenance capex अगर आपका earnings growth if it goes away, so that is like a fundamental, तो वो तब तक technicals में capture नहीं होता because he was looking at it fundamentally. तो बाद में वो technicals में भी capture होने लग गया because it went through slow time consolidation and drawdowns. RHIM में already we have discussed, right? Any other questions? Book for technicals, Gurpreet, I'll suggest 2 books से ज़्यादा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. एक है आपकी ये first book is this, like Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard by Mark Minervini. Second book which I'll suggest is this, that is like वो जो Profiting from Bull and Bear Markets by Stan Winstein. And वैसे अगर आजकल जो मैं book पढ़ा हूँ, that is in an IT sector, that is against all the odds, the IT story of India. If you want to read this book, you can also read this book. Chip Walls अभी मैंने खत्म करी है, which is all about the semiconductor sector. वहाँ पे ASML करके एक business है, which I found to be very, very interesting. Right. IB Real Estate, Anubhav already discuss कर लिया. Right. Aarti Pharma Labs. So I'll actually again say कि इस time पे see business valuation wise तो सस्ता है ही यार, no doubt, but see just again, just like Piramal Pharma, just post listing, either manage risk through sizing because we don't know what else comes, because headwinds है sector में, जब headwinds होंगी ना sector पे तब सारी चीजें होंगी, CFO resignation, CMP resigning, then inventory like write-offs and stuff. So wait for how the Q4 results come and check ki whether your margins don't go down the drain, right? So check, like be careful with it, even though cheap तो definitely है. So Krishna has a very good question, that any approach on time to consider for incremental investment to materialize. For example, in manufacturing companies, my guess is to consider till new capacity reaches historical utilization. But what if it takes more time expected to materialize? Right? I think so. Krishna, who यार real life business में जैसे dynamic products की बात करते हैं, right? तो this business did a huge capex, right? This business ने huge capex करा और फिर क्या हुआ कि आपका capex booked out नहीं था, and because the capex wasn't booked out, this is why your depreciation kicked up, sales increase हुई नहीं, and your PAT went into losses. 2-3 ways to look at it. What if now the capex starts picking up over next 2-3 years? जो उन्होंने इस बारी investor presentation में बात करी है, this possibly could happen, but I will still be a bit skeptical, and I will still keep watching quarterly ki what is happening. Then we've learned about our technical indicators as well, and fundamentally we have also learned how to look at results. if these margins start reverting back to your 18-20% types, which were historically the case, and if your this also starts recovering back, right? Like your bottom margins also start recovering back because capex already done है, so it will be a capacity utilization play, right? तो ये चीज आपको क्लियर हो जानी चाहिए कि 34 करोड़ का जो फिक्स एसेट है वो 200 करोड़ तक जा चुका है. So that will become very, very interesting to check the business at that time. But do I have a firm answer for that? Answer is no, because there are different types of capexes. Deepak Nitrite वालों ने first year से 100% कर दिया था. नवीन का जो भी कैपेक्स था 2 quarters में 100% चला गया यूटिलाइजेशन पे. Now when you have to sell on spot, जैसे Dynamic doesn't have long term contracts, it's selling on spot. This is where it becomes tricky and these companies get a lower valuation. आप क्या कर सकते हैं? एक तो पोजीशन साइजिंग से डील कर सकते हैं. सेकंड थिंग, you enter when your technicals also start firing and also when your fundamentals start firing, then you get to an idea your risk reward is maximum at that point of time. Or third thing, you deal the risk, you deal with the risk with your position sizing. So I preferably will do point number 2 in this if I'm looking at the business. But आपको ऐसे ही देखना पड़ेगा कैपेक्स बारे में. There is no right answer because until or unless you belong to that industry, until or unless you know the promoters, how will you get it? Promoter को भी नहीं पता होता कि कितने देर में capex utilization होगी. So this is something that you have to like experience in a lot of businesses to get a sense out of. But again, I will track the business, like it's in my tracking list closely. IFL Finance already we presented. Watch this link अभी just Telegram group पे भेजता हूँ. Right. Sumitomo is a good company, yaar. Sumitomo is a very good company. No doubt it's a very good company. But क्या CAGR बनेगा यहाँ से? Maybe it's a compounder type at best. I don't know कि if इसमें बहुत solid return बने, but it's a very good compounder types at best. Right? So it's a very good company, no doubt. So Ronak has a very good question. Clear on NH. Reason I was asking for capital allocation based on my model, SCG is giving better risk reward. So wanted to know your take on NH so that I can tweak my model better. We'll send you both sheets for you to check. Thanks. Yeah, great Ronak. Yeah, matlab do send. I just think कि return ratios जो NH के that is much better than HCG. So I think it should ideally trade at slightly a premium, right? So that is how just I'm thinking about it. अभी गणेश बेंजो प्लस तो चेक नहीं करा, so I'll just look at it in the future. Right, so I think I've taken a lot of questions. Tarson's अभी Tarson's तो just we stop पे monthly basis पे sell हुए 620 630 पे, तो फिलहाल we'll just wait it out. Why go into like solid full blown headwinds when you have a system in place, right? Elecon, yeah, they've reiterated the guidance a couple of times. I don't know what the price is today. So I think they've reiterated the guidance of 2000 crores by FY24 end. So that happens. So this quarterly run rate goes to 500 crores type. So that implies some total for growth in next 1-2 years, right? Mumbai wala session, Revati is happening on 26 March. Bangalore wala session is happening on 12th March. Who all are here from Bangalore? Anyone from Bangalore? Right, so see you on 12th March in Bangalore. So I think Koro Mangla ke paas we are booking a venue, so over there. And Mumbai ka session, so jo Mumbai ka session hai, that is will be held close to Andheri, right? Andheri ke paas kar rahe ho. Right. नहीं वी स्टॉप में तो जीरो तो कुछ करना नहीं आपने, मतलब डोंट गो टू जीरो एंड स्टफ. वी स्टॉप, राइट? सो जीरो वीरो पे नहीं, 2 या 2.5 times multiplier you can use in V stop. That's maximum that you can do. Right, I think just give me a moment. Right, I think Syngene के केस में अगर आप वीकली पे देखो तो I'll actually come to a class on weekly basis. So I think your ADX has never like comprehensively crossed above 2025 for at least last 1.5 year times. Entire market is waiting when your basically operating leverage starts. See, Syngene का history भी देखोगे ना listing से, you'll find कि whenever the capex stops and the growth comes, the stock doubles, and when again the capex starts, the stock goes into hibernation periods. Right, so yeah, Vishal, what genuine risk है यार price capping का? Timing for Mumbai event, Shubham, it will be 2 p.m. onwards. दोनों का 2 p.m. onwards है, 2 to 6 p.m., 2 to 7 p.m. Right. Dudla Dairy is an interesting one, so that we are studying. आर के फोर्जिंग सुजीत अच्छा कर रही है इस टाइम पे, एक्सपोर्ट्स इंडिया के फोर्जिंग का अच्छा कर रहे हैं. राइट. अंधेरी में गौरव, सो दैट इज डिसाइडेड. कॉस्ट बहुत मिनिस्क्यूल होएगा, जो वेन्यू का कॉस्ट है सिर्फ वही होएगा, उससे ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं है. राइट. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस? इंग्लिश फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी हिंदी वाला आज एक और इंश्योरेंस के लिए क्लास लाइव गई है. 2 classes left, one on mutual fund and debt funds, then we'll come to English. थोड़ा slowly because वो technical analysis का भी course बन रहा है साथ साथ, तो ये भी मैं बना रहा हूँ. See, effort is to completely give you our all, and definitely that is something we'll also complete probably in next 2-3 months. वो भी हो जाएगा उमा शंकर. Right. New Telegram group में Parim, new value addition would be, will be posting financial models. It will just be businesses, and also your comment section will be open. You can interact with each other because see, वैसे तो मैं कोई कॉस्ट डालने का कोई पर्पस ही नहीं था. सिंपल रीजन क्या है कि अभी एग्जिस्टिंग टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में द मोमेंट आई ओपन द कमेंट्स आई स्टार्ट गेटिंग टेक्निकल क्वेरीज कि यार ये वाली वीडियो नहीं चल रही, वो नहीं चल रहा, तो वो ना डाइल्यूट हो जाता है एफर्ट. तो जब सीरियसनेस और कैसे आती है, व्हेन देयर इज अ स्मॉल कॉस्ट ऑन यू एंड देन यू थिंक कि आप तो सीरियसनेस सिर्फ इसी वाले में आए हो और कुछ पर्पस भी नहीं है उसका. एक तो अब एडमिन क्वेरीज काफी कम हो जाएंगी. गुजरात अंबुजा एक्सपोर्ट्स, right? So Gujarat Ambuja Exports. Abhi, they've recently signed a pact for another 900 crushing tons per capacity plant. I think maize prices still have gone up. So abhi maize prices, even though margins inke badhiya this quarter mein, but abhi maize prices haven't fallen, they are increasing. Have you, किसी ने अंडे के price देखे? Have you seen the egg prices these days? Have you seen the egg prices these days? Egg prices are rising or falling? जो लोग अंडे खरीदते हैं. Egg prices are rising. So when egg prices rise, what ends up happening is that it is rising because your feed prices are rising. That is of maize and soya bean, right? Simple thing that ends up rising, and that is a problem for your maize producers, right? Yeah, watch. I'll share everything with you. Or koi question? See, bright future. So another question. Sona BLW पे है, right? Sona BLW पे है. So again, this is one of the businesses. Business बहुत बढ़िया है, बस valuation बहुत महंगी है और कुछ भी reason नहीं है. Business is really good. I'll highly suggest each and everyone to watch how to value a company class, because if you're attending the sessions without watching that class, काफी चीजें सर के ऊपर से उड़ जाएंगी, because that is one of the must watch class. I think only one of the only auto hangs which still resumed a 38-40% types growth. थोड़ा सा patience और interest rates बढ़ने से ना valuation सस्ती होती हैं. This is why I'm asking everyone to attend that how to value a stock class. It's a very good business, but just the price still doesn't seem to be right. दीपक नाइट्राइट का अपडेट, राइट? सो आई आल्सो गिव दैट. दीपक नाइट्राइट के केस में यार यही है कि अभी 20 they are doing a 2,500 crore capex, but can they double the bottom line and top line in next 3-4 years like they did in the past? That's a big challenging question unless they announce a phenol capex, which would probably be large in size, and it takes 4 years to set up a phenol capacity. 3 to 4 years. So let's wait for it कि नया capacity expansion कब आता है. इस वजह से we are talking more about SRF type companies where we at least know कि visibility is very good because they are doing a 13,000 crore capex. And this is why we are talking more about Gujarat Fluorochemical type companies, right? यहाँ पे visibility अच्छी है because your capacity expansion is coming on stream a lot, right? Some things we can never get an idea of. जैसे fluorochem, I don't know if the margins go from 37 to 40 to 37 to 34. That's just an honest admission, but just the capacity expansion is huge in new age fluoropolymers. Any other questions? MPS का यार गाइडेंस वाइडेंस तो अच्छा भी अतुल MPS पे काम नहीं करा बहुत. Yeah, PB fintech definitely shareholding is a list is a risk. PB fintech. See now everyone in the comment section. Is this a base formation? Is this a base formation? Yes or no? Is this a base formation in PB fintech? Yes or no in the comment section. Everyone. Is it a base formation? Also, is it accompanied by high volumes? Is it accompanied by high volumes? What does this imply? Accumulation or distribution or this is a idea of accumulation, right? कि यहाँ पे accumulation चल रही है, right? This is as simple as an idea. कि this is why I keep asking कि यार base formation होने दो, because see, so when we meet, we'll discuss one example, I think, not online. So when we meet, we'll discuss, is there a base formation in Supriya Life Sciences? Did it ever happen since listing? Is it making lower highs? Lower highs बन रहे हैं बार बार. This is why falling knife can become a falling sword. Suppose you were averaging down at 385, then to 332, then 240. What is the price today? I don't even know what it has fallen to. 209 rupees. Right? So listing से ही stage 4 में हो. Right? So listing से कुछ stage लगे, सीधा stage 4 में ही listing से. Right? Another one, Hiranba. Right? So Hiranba Industries. Right? Is there any base formation in Hiranba? Any type of base formation since listing? Right? Margins कब जाके टूटे? Margins इस quarter में कितने थे? This is why with newly listed stocks, give them time. Always give them time. What happens, right? I think CV के business में Sterling Tools is doing very well, but I personally, I think this Craftsman automation is a really good business. अगर आपको CV cycle देखना है तो Craftsman automation is a really good business. Ambika Cotton में Ramesh, only problem is there is no growth. There is no growth. जो अभी एक stock चला भी था, that was only because of inventory led gains. Inventory led gains को आप कैसे value कर सकते हो, right? Your margins went to obscene levels. Just look at the sales. मतलब sales will start normalizing. See, I have already started normalizing because over earning खत्म हो रहा है. तो इसमें cycle है. Capacity कभी expand ही नहीं हुआ business class 5 years में. It's still stagnant. So these businesses are like your bonds. कि कभी growth आ गया तो bond चल जाएगा, नहीं आया तो कैसे चलेगा? I think काफी लोगों का कल office hours होंगे, तो probably I've taken a lot of your time because I thought कि 1 घंटे का session होएगा, but it went way beyond. Recently, Precall posted an image of machine that they've been using since 1987. Krishna, that wasn't Precall, that was this. वो ऑटोमोटिव में कुछ जो प्रिसिजन गियर्स बनाने वाली कंपनी है, नाम भूल रहा हूँ मैं उसका, साहिल ने बहुत बारी कवर करा उसे, forgetting the name of that. RACL Gear Tech posted that. So that wasn't Precall, that was RACL. So depreciation is just a language of accounting, right? ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्मार्ट पे आई हैव नो व्यू, बिकॉज जितने भी मैंने EMI एटलीस्ट अभी तक दिल्ली में देखे सारे खाली देखे हैं, तो मेरा तो स्कटल बट फर्स्ट हैंड तो थोड़ा खराब ही चल रहा है. बैंगलोर में हो सकता है काफी भरे हो, पर अभी तक जो न्यूअर ज्योग्राफीज में नॉर्थ इंडिया में अभी तक तो रिव्यू खाली चल रहे हैं. या कामा होल्डिंग्स तो यार वो है ही. लेट्स कैलकुलेट द डिस्काउंट, लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर. क्या मार्केट कैप है कामा होल्डिंग्स का? 7,905 करोड़. Right? How much do they own in SRF? लगभग 50% के आसपास एक मोटा मोटा एस्टिमेट लेते हैं. What is SRF's market cap today? 67,356 crores. तो 50% इसका कितना हो गया? 33,700 33,600 and कुछ मतलब you can just get an idea. 33,680 और यहाँ 33,670 crores टाइप ऐसे ही कुछ होएगा. 78 crores टाइप, right? So what's the market cap for Kama Holdings today? 7,905 crores. So आपका holding है 33,675 crores का, 78 crores का, whereas your market cap today is 7,905 crores. तो ऑलमोस्ट व्हाट इज द डिस्काउंट दैट इज इम्प्लाइड, एवरीवन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, कितना डिस्काउंट है? ऑलमोस्ट 75% का होल्ड को डिस्काउंट, राइट? हो सकता है डिस्काउंट 1-2 साल रहे। सी दीज टाइप ऑफ डिस्काउंट्स वो एक की बारी में ओवर होते हैं। जैसे अगर आप बजाज होल्डिंग्स में देखेंगे, बजाज होल्डिंग्स वाज एट अ डिस्काउंट फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम एंड देन ऑल ऑफ अ सडन दैट डिस्काउंट गॉट नैरोड। मतलब होल्डिंग कंपनी में आई थिंक फ्रॉम 2300 इट वेंट ऑलमोस्ट टू 6800। होल्डिंग कंपनी में टू बैगर बना लिया, मतलब हैट्स ऑफ टू एनीवन हु मेड इट, लाइक आई थिंक पीपीएफ हैज मेड इट, हैट्स ऑफ लिटरली, क्योंकि बजाज फाइनेंस भी इतना नहीं डबल ट्रिपल हुआ, जस्ट द डिस्काउंट क्लोज्ड, right? Is it clear ki discount close we can't predict, but it just happens sometimes, right? Is it clear? Right? Semiconductor mein we'll do a session for tribe members 1-1.5 घंटे का. Yeah, Bharat Rasayan, I think who's asking the question? Yeah, Jagmeet, Bharat Rasayan pe. So there are two things. I think a couple of friends also went to the AGM this time. So they've given a guidance of 2,000 crore top line by FY27, which implies a 12% CAGR in top line. So everyone asked them कि सर आप सही तो बोल रहे हो ना कि इतना ही ग्रोथ होएगा या ज्यादा होएगा इससे? So they said no, 12% ही लगा के चलो. And their block which went away because of fire, that will come live again in July 2023 या June 2023. So this is the recent update जो भी भारत रसायन में चल रहा है. So Denzel has a very good question. Some chemical companies are trying their hands out on flow chemistry for manufacturing green specialty chemicals. Any thoughts on this? Have you lately observed any super investor buying some interesting company? Anything that made you look twice? Yeah, malab, I've seen, I think Malabar buy Ganesh Benzoplast and stuff. That is what I've seen them buy. It is poor man's Aegis Logistics, basically Ganesh Benzoplast. I still find, I think there are better opportunities in my existing portfolio. This is why I'm not like too keen on it. I looked at it, but then I thought the existing portfolio with 3 PE pe, like 2 year forward 10 PE pe, 15x EV to EBITDA पे already चीजें मिल रही हैं. So I'm just like, I just think कि, I'll rather exploit my own portfolio rather than explore into new places. That is how I'm thinking about it. Because to take a risk of a new position, getting to know the company inside out takes a lot of time. And अगर existing में opportunities मिल रही है तो why go outside the house? But हाँ, definitely ये देखा था, एक बेस्ट एग्रो करके भी देखा था, but बेस्ट एग्रो की I never understood the story of triple formulations. ट्रिपल कॉम्बिनेशन करके जो फॉर्मुलेशंस बना रहे हैं, एट द एंड इट्स अ डोमेस्टिक एग्री बिजनेस व्हिच गेट्स 11-15 पी, नॉट मोर देन दैट. व्हाई शुड इट गेट 30 पी? आई डोंट नो, मतलब आई डोंट हैव अ गुड आंसर टू दैट. इसको 30 पी नहीं मिलना चाहिए इस बिजनेस को. मतलब पीआई इंडस्ट्रीज आफ्टर ऑल द like tore growth that they're showing has gone into a last 1-2 year consolidation. Why not just study this again, right? मतलब just look at the growth the company has been doing. तो कितने क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर ग्रोथ आई है, जस्ट चेक दिस. देखा है किसी कंपनी में अभी तक ऐसे? इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. राइट, जस्ट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, कितनी कंपनीज में ऐसी ग्रोथ आ रही है? राइट, हाँ, वरुण बेवरेज भी वैसा ही बिजनेस है. सो दीज आर सुपर परफॉर्मर्स दैट यू विल गेट इन एवरी साइकिल. I think KEI has been that type of super performer, right? Every cycle you will get such super performers. See, from July 2021, just look at the growth isn't stopping, right? Just keeps increasing every quarter types. So this is where your core portfolio comes here. मतलब this is why you'll see a KEI is there, a Varun Beverage is there. अभी कितना पीछे noise मचा था जब वो 1150 पे आ गया था कि वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने उस पर 50% का टैक्स लगा दिया, वीडियोस बनने लग जाती हैं. तो if you have your system in place ना, you won't look left, right and center. मतलब that is what I'm saying कि how to value वाली class देख लो यार, मतलब मत मिस करो उसको. Like you're missing out hugely if you haven't seen that class. Right. See, flow chemistry, vapor chemistry, photochemistry, if anything can be done with capital, Rakesh, there is no moat. Eventually it will get copied. वो कोई मोट नहीं है. मोट है SRF जैसे बिजनेस में जहाँ पे they're doing fluorination through all the 8 ways that is possible in the world. And Naveen and GFL are doing it only through 2 ways. So definitely there is some type of a moat that is evident in the business, right? डाउन साइकिल में कौन 3,000 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट करता है अपने बिजनेस में जिसको कॉन्फिडेंस होता है? तो these things point to, see, moat is a qualitative term, but it can always be guesstimated. So जब 3,000 करोड़ आपने डाउन साइकिल में बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट करा, that is the point of time that just shows that this guy is confident on his business, that whenever it recovers, he'll show some good growth. Right? Atish has a question on Privy. तो Privy and Oriental Aromatics में दोनों में ही सेम प्रॉब्लम चल रही है कि फ्रेग्रेंस एंड फ्लेवर में नाउ, क्योंकि हाइंडसाइट में तो हम सारे जीनियस हैं, फोरसाइट में वी ऑल स्ट्रगल कि लाइक फ्लेवर्स एंड फ्रेग्रेंस में ओवर इन्वेंटराइजेशन हुई है. माने कि जो एंड कस्टमर्स हैं उन्होंने ओवर इन्वेंट्रीज मेंटेन कर ली है फ्लेवर्स एंड फ्रेग्रेंस की. इस वजह से देयर इज अ रिवर्जन बैक टू मीन. दिस इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग वॉच द हाउ टू वैल्यूज क्लास, एटलीस्ट लर्न एग्जिट सिग्नल्स. जैसे प्रीवी के अंदर देखते हैं, प्रीवी के अंदर एग्जिट सिग्नल देखते हैं कब लगाएगा, हाउ मच मनी यू कुड हैव सेव्ड, राइट? लेट्स जस्ट सी. सो जस्ट यू गाइस आंसर इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. प्रीवी में एग्जिट सिग्नल कब है, राइट? एट व्हाट प्राइस योर एग्जिट गेट्स ट्रिगर्ड? आई थिंक समवेयर बिटवीन यहाँ पे इसकी लाइन मतलब मंथली बेसिस में रेड हो गई होगी उस टाइम पे, राइट? सिमिलरली ओरिएंटल को देखते हैं. See again, right? Your exit gets triggered somewhere close to what? 623 rupees. What's the price today? I don't know. 350, 360 types. Right? Money saved is money earned here at the end of the day. This is why I have an exit trigger in place. I haven't नहीं पढ़ा यार बद्री आज तक मैंने, तो very sorry, I can't have a view. Have an exit system in place. नहीं होएगा तो हमेशा पछताओगे. जैसे लॉरस लैब्स के केस में देखो, लॉरस का तो वी, आई थिंक हाउ टू वैल्यू अ कंपनी में वी हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इट सो मेनी टाइम्स. आई थिंक तो टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे भी वी एक्सप्लेन्ड इट वेरी वेल. आई थिंक स्टे ऑन पेज. आई थिंक ओवर हियर समवेयर 530 टाइप्स. यार रैडिको में वो जो पी है ना आर्टिफिशियली इन्फ्लेटेड है बिकॉज मार्जिन्स आर कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. तो वो पी नहीं है वैसे इतना ज्यादा उसका, बट अगेन यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि उस केस में फिर भी मेरे को महंगा लग रहा है अभी रैडिको. दिस इज व्हाई वी हैव लाइक ऑलमोस्ट टोटली एग्जिटेड. जो भी रिमेनिंग था मेरे को बहुत महंगा लग रहा है. मेरे को बाकी ये सब दूसरे सस्ते लग रहे हैं, लाइक योर कंपनीज लाइक योर वरुण बेवरेज एंड ये सारे मेरे को ऑलरेडी कंजम्पशन स्पेस में सस्ते लगते हैं उससे. So Pramila, I have watched the valuation class, huge learning. How is struggling with assumptions to be taken? So Pramila, I'm just saying कि आप एक बिजनेस उठाओ, उससे ज्यादा मत उठाओ. अब जैसे संडे को हम वॉचलिस्ट वाली क्लास करेंगे ना, उससे आपके डॉट्स कनेक्ट हो जाएंगे एंड एक ब्लॉक बन जाएगा दोनों, लाइक दोनों का ब्लॉक बन जाएगा एंड इट विल बिकम मच stringent for you to look at businesses. At the end 10-15 businesses से ऊपर नहीं चाहिए हमें. So Avinash, I discussed PB fintech यार, जो like studying में तो PB fintech पढ़ लो यार. मतलब PB fintech, IIFL Finance, Equitas, Narayana Vidyalaya. I think there's so many companies like Steelcast is one of them. You can go study. South India Bank, right? Gokuldas Export 24 थोड़ा weak होएगा, but again it's an interesting business, right? Like so many businesses to study as well at the moment now, right? PG Electro Plus पढ़ सकते हो, but थोड़ा low margin business है. So many like good businesses to study. Mahindra CIE you can go and study, right? So I think I'll just end the session. I think Singapore में 1 AM चल रहा है. I think I met Mahesh in Singapore. So 1 AM चल रहा है इस time पे. So I think might be too much of a time, right? So hopefully you're doing well, Mahesh. Great. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll try to keep doing more and more such sessions, and let's meet more and more again and again, right? Thank you so much, and hope to see you in the next session of SOIC. If you want to be a part of the other Telegram group, so I'll just post the link again, and also good night to each and every one of you. Hopefully we have a like you have a solid day ahead tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking till late night. And thank you to each and every one of you. Both good night, everyone. Thank you so much. See you. Delhi workshop यार April में, but that's a workshop पूरा weekend workshop है 12-13 hours का. So that is if someone wants to learn offline, they can come. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow. Good night. Jai Hind. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good night.